Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Principal Kristen Bledsoe and head coach Daniel Barker would like to welcome you to Mike Blankenship Field on the campus of West Carter High School for tonight's football action between the Red Devils of Russell High School and your West Carter Comets. If you please direct your attention to midfield, we are going to begin the night by recognizing those seniors who participate in cheerleading and football.
Plug in right there.
First, we will recognize our senior cheerleaders. Miss Emma Balavoine. Emma is being escorted by her host parents, Zach and Miranda Stevens. Emma has done dance for 13 years and played basketball for 8 years. She is also participating in cheerleading and softball. Emma was a member of the 2022 West Carter Homecoming Court. Emma's future plans are to go back to France at the end of the year and to attend college and study international business. Her favorite memory is probably the first home football game when I got to cheer for the first time. Emma would like to say thanks to her parents for the opportunity of spending a year abroad and the Stevens for welcoming me to their family. She would also like to thank the cheerleading squad and Coach Huffman for making me seem as one of their own. Miss Emma Balavoine. Miss Brandy Lee McGlone. Brandy is being escorted by Gina McGlone and Landon McGlone. Brandy has participated in cheer for 8 years and softball for 3 years. Brandy has been a regional co-ed competitive cheer champion in 2020 and 2021. In-game district champion in 2019 and 2020. In-game regional champions in 2019-2020. And All-A in-game champion in 2020. Brandy is also selected to the 2022 Homecoming Court. Brandy plans to attend Eastern Kentucky University to become a midwife nurse. Her favorite memory is when she got to cheer with all of her sisters, Haley, Brittany, and Emma. Brandy would like to thank her mom and dad for being her rock, her best friend, and go-to person. Miss Brandy Lee McGlone. Miss Riley Jordan Skaggs. Riley is being escorted by Brittany and Zach Christian. Riley has been involved in cheerleading for 10 years, including 4 years for WCMS and 6 years for West Carter High School. Riley has been a regional co-ed competitive cheer champion in 2020 and 2021, in-game district champion in 2019 and 2020, in-game region champion in 2019 and 2020, All-A in-game champions in 2020. Riley was also selected to the 2022 Homecoming Court. Riley plans to attend college where she will major in nursing to become a travel nurse. Her favorite memory is winning the trifecta in 2020. Riley would like to thank her family for always being there and supporting me and my best friend Brandy for cheering with me since 5th grade. Miss Riley Jordan Skaggs. Next we have our football water girl, Miss Bailey Craig. Bailey is being escorted by her dad, David Craig, and her mom, Jessica Craig. Bailey has been a water girl for 4 years and also a member of the tennis team for 2 years. Bailey has been a member of the FFA club for 4 years and competitive cheer for 3 years. After graduation, she plans to attend ACTC to pursue her welding certification. Bailey's favorite memory is when we beat Russell her sophomore year. Bailey would like to thank her friends, family, and class of 2023 for always being there for her. To her dad for always saying yes to anything mom said no to. To her mom for being her best friend and always having her back. Miss Bailey Craig. Next we have number 3, Timothy Fields. Timothy is being escorted by Mary Cottle and Autumn Fields. Timothy has participated in football for 8 years and track for 3 years. In that time, he has been a 3-time district champion, 1-time regional champion, and 3rd place in state in the 4x8 relay. Timothy's future plans is just to live life. His favorite memory is scoring my first touchdown for Brent. Love you, bro. Fly high. Timothy would like to give thanks to all my coaches and family for always recognizing me that being there for me. I would also like to thank Katie for always taking me to practice. Number 3, Timothy Fields. Number 5, Cole Crampton. Cole is being escorted by Craig and Eliza Crampton. Cole is a 4-year member of the West Carter football team. His future plans include going to college and continuing to play football. Cole's favorite memory was beating Russell for the first time. Cole would like to say thanks to Mom, Dad, family, friends, and coaches for supporting me. Number 5, Cole Crampton. Next we have number 10, Braden Flinter. Braden is being escorted by Richard and Deanna Boggs. Braden has been a member of the football team for 4 years and the wrestling team for 4 years. Braden's future plans are to wrestle in college or go into the Union. His favorite memory is football camp with the boys. Braden would like to thank my parents and coaches for always helping me, and my best friend Brent for everything he did for me. Number 10, Braden Flinter. Number 34, Connor Green. Connor is being escorted by his parents, Justin and Courtney Green. Connor is a 4-year member of the varsity football and 4-year member of track and field. Connor has also been on the debate team for 2 years and a member of the FBLA for 1 year. His future plans are to attend Morehead State University and major in nursing, then go on to become a nurse anesthesiologist. Connor's favorite memory is being Martin County in the district championship. He would like to say thanks to my parents for being my #1 supporters and my coaches for making me better. His favorite memory of Brent was when he went bowling after Judd's birthday. Bowling definitely wasn't his strong suit. Number 34, Connor Green. Number 56, Jacob Judd. Jacob is being escorted by Victoria Judd and Aaron Judd. Jacob has been a member of the West Carter football team for 3 years. After high school, Jacob plans on going to trade school to be a lineman. Jacob's favorite memory is playing football with the boys and always having a good time. He would like to thank Mom and Dad for everything they do, and would also like to thank Brent and Garrett for always making me laugh and giving me the best memories I could ask for. Fly high, Mine and Garrett. Number 56, Jacob Judd. Number 70, Jackson Kidwell. Jackson is being escorted by Chad and Joanne Kidwell and his brother Ellis Kidwell. Jackson has been a member of the football team for 4 years, wrestling for 4 years, and track and field for 4 years. Jackson says his other activities include fishing and hunting and hanging out with my friends for as long as I can remember. Jackson's future plans would be the ability to attend the United States Naval Academy and find a path there. His favorite memory is winning the 2020 regional title with the greatest teammates in the world. Jackson would like to thank my family, my hog father, my coaches, my teachers, my teammates, my community, and Jesus Christ for always supporting me through any endeavor. Number 70, Jackson Kidwell. Number 79, Lucas Rayborn. Lucas was being escorted by Joshua Lindell and Betty Jo Lindell. Lucas has been a member of the football team for 4 years and the baseball team for 2 years. His future plans include attending Morehead State University in the fall and pursuing a major in biology. Lucas's favorite memory is playing Beechwood in the state semifinals his sophomore year. Lucas would like to say thanks to family, coaches, and teammates for all the good memories. Number 79, Lucas Rayborn. Number 9, Brent Kenny. Escorting Brent is his father, Michael King, mother, Jessica Levyhan, stepdad, Michael Levyhan, brother, Alan King, and sisters, Haley, Kristen, Hannah, Cadence, and Abigail King. Brent is a 3-year member of the West Carter football team and attended Unity Baptist Church for 15 years. Brent is also a 3-year member of FFA. Brent's future plans were to go to ACTC and become a lineman. Brent didn't have one single memory, but many. Going to church on Sunday, wrestling with dad and uncles, aggravating mom about being a pimp, beating up his siblings, taking Alan squirrel hunting, singing, and hanging out with his friends at football camp, and getting the football team to sing Jesus Loves Me, and making everyone laugh. Brent would give thanks to God for everything he's done for me. Dad for always pushing me to be a godly man and a hard worker, and for always being there for me. Mom for always being my #1 fan and always being there for me. Family and friends for always supporting me. The football coaches for always making me great, pushing me to be great. The football team for making me their brother. And I want to thank Braden Flinter, Hayden Hall, Travis Jones, Jacob Judd, Isaiah Bond, and Raymond Rayburn for always being there. Number 9, Brent King. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 West Carter Senior Cheerleaders and Football Team.
The Cool Hit Sports Network, Cool TV, and Manta Sports Media proudly presents West Carter High School football. Tonight's exciting high school football action is brought to you by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, Members Choice Credit Union, Stultz Pharmacy, Callahan Excavating, Easterling Photography, Trey Hermanos Nunez Mexican Restaurant, Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff, James Do It Best Hardware, State Senator Robin Webb, River Cities Builders, Orcut Tree Service, Ashland Community and Technical College, A&A Porta Potties, Dwayne Settles for Carter County Judge Executive, and Tyler's Pizza. Now, let's go to the field for the pregame show as the Cool Hit Sports Network, Manta Sports Media, and Cool TV present West Carter High School football. And welcome everybody to West Carter High School for senior night here at West Carter as they take on, the Comets take on the Russell Red Devils, both these teams closing out the regular season here tonight. West Carter coming in with a record of 2-7, and Russell coming in with a record of 1-8. Russell won last year by a score of 28-14, and Russell leads the series 28-1. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll take a closer look at the matchup between Russell and West Carter. That's next here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
A snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Shop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now with ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Welcome back here to West Carter High School. Jim Forrest along with Jeff Irwin as we get ready for high school football on a cool Friday night here in Olive Hill, Kentucky. And Jeff, last game of the regular season for two teams who have struggled a little bit all year long.
Exactly. Of course, taking a look, this game, is going to be a pretty good precursor coming up to next week's playoff games as well. And, you're going to be taking a look at two teams. They've got a great history behind each other. During the senior night, they were mentioning, of course, West Carter 1-28 against a very tough Russell team, and a very tough Russell team that has come short many different times. Of course, they always say that being close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades, but definitely these two teams are, they know each other very well, and we should have a great game here on our hands tonight.
Yes, as we take a look at some of the stats between these two teams, West Carter coming in averaging 15.5 points per ball game. They give up 35.5 points per ball game. They rush for 170 yards a game, pass for 77, 247 yards. but they give up 192 rushing, 141 passing for 333 yards. Russell, on the other hand, rushes for 148, passes for 134, almost 50-50, 282 yards per game. They give up 229 yards rushing, 150 through the air, 379 yards per game. Not the defensive team that T.J. Maynard has had in the past and would have liked to have had this year, but this Russell team lost a lot of players from last year's team.
Exactly. And as we said, but they've been playing pretty good. I mean, I know that, if you talk to the Russell fans and everything else, they've been all talking, saying, hey, this is not the season that we want. You have to go back to 1990 when Russell was 2-9 to kind of have a season like they've been having this year, or even further back, 1961, a season that I'm sure that all the Russell Red Devils would like to forget. But this team has been very close. Minus a couple of games, they've been one touchdown away, just a couple of different plays away from victory.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think going into last game, they out of 6 losses, they lost those 6 games by 27 points. So figure that out. That's just a little over 4 points a game. So that's how close they've been. And most of the time I don't want to say most of the time, but I'd say 3 out of those 6 games, they had the ball with a chance to win at the end and made mistakes.
Exactly. I was over there looking at I think you were too, on the Wheelersburg game. That was a tough game, but they kept it close. And it was just 1 or 2 plays. And like I said, came down to the end. They had the ball like you want to, but with the losing of as many personnel as what they've had, they don't play near as many players as what they usually do. Taking a look, even on the last game, they played 26 players. And, you got to think that's 4 more than just going complete Ironman football.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I tell people that's that he doesn't mind me saying, Coach T.J. Maynard, I called him at the very first of the season and said, Coach, can you send me a depth chart? And he said, I don't have one. And I said, excuse me? And he goes, I don't have one. We don't have a whole lot of depth. and it's pretty much been the same players playing, and they've got to go both ways, and they've got to gut it out. And when somebody gets injured, then you see somebody new come up, and sometimes they get exploited because of that. But, that's football. That's high school football. Sometimes you have big classes that do well for you, and then all of a sudden you're struggling to try and get experience and get people where you want them to be, and sometimes it takes a whole full year to get that done.
Exactly, and I got to give it up to Coach Maynard as well, as you mentioned in your pregame there, talking about how they're about 50-50. I mean, doing fantastic. I mean, anytime you get a quarterback throwing for 1,160 yards, that's a pretty good season. Here in high school, and they've got even 4. Rushing backs. Of course, 2 of them in the top that's on there. You've got Colby Rock averaging out 520, or has 520 yards on the season, averaging out 57.8 yards. I mean, they may not be getting the yards, but like they said, they've been playing some really close game, and their defense is really what's getting things done here.
Yeah, it sure is. Their defense has gotten a little bit better throughout the year. They've been in games, like we said. It's just going to be interesting. West Carter, let's talk about them for a minute, Jeff, because last week I thought played maybe one of their best games of the season.
Oh, absolutely. It was kind of going back to the West Carter, what I guess everybody was expecting of this season, having Cole Crampton coming out rushing for 304 yards, but got injured. And as we've seen during the senior ceremonies, he's not in uniform tonight, so that's going to be a big difference for the Comets here. But he had a fantastic performance last week, 3 touchdowns, 304 yards off of 26 rushing attempts.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with more of our pregame in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Mantis Sports Network. Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Dwayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
There you have the national anthem here at West Carter High School as we get ready for football action coming up here in just a little bit between West Carter and Russell. And when you look at this West Carter team, as Jeff was talking about, Cole Crampton, 1,008 yards rushing on the year, 112 per game, and out for tonight after getting injured last week. That brings up DeWayland Dean, who has 263 yards on the season, and Kel Back, who has 230. And then when you look at the quarterback situation, Kel Back, 47 of 104 for 595 yards and 6 interceptions. And Hayden Hall is 8 of 27 for 100 yards and 6 interceptions. The leading receiver for this West Carter team, also Cole Crampton. So, Jeff, big loss when you lose him.
Absolutely. You can't replace a Cole Crampton. They're just going to have to go back in and dig in a little bit deeper, which, probably has, kind of like what Coach Maynard's in, especially after some injuries and illnesses and everything else. It's definitely one of those things that Coach Barker, doesn't have too deep of a roster himself. As you mentioned, he's going to have to go into DeWayland Dean, who ran the ball really well, replacing out Crampton after he got injured during the Eastridge game. And I'm sure they want to kind of hold on to him, don't test him out this week, especially, facing a very tough Breathitt County team coming up next week.
When you look at the Russell team, of course, Ethan Pack, their quarterback, he is 84 for 163 yards, 184 out of 163 for 1,160 yards. He's had 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Running the ball, he's run for 178 yards on the year. But as you mentioned, Colby Rock, 520 yards, and Andre Richardson-Cruz, 478 yards. And Richardson-Cruz probably coming off one of his better games last week when he had nearly 100 yards in that win over East Carter. Leading receiver and probably one of the most athletic players on this Russell team, Carson Patrick. He has 42 receptions for 732 yards, 2 touchdowns, 81 yards per game in receiving, and he is their go-to guy if Ethan Pack wants to try to get the ball downfield. They'll try to run him on a slant a little bit, but they'll try to run him downfield and just throw it up. He's tall, 6'4", can jump, and they just let him go and get it.
Exactly. He's the type of player, watching him earlier on the season, he's got the height advantage over most of the, backs that's out there or the safeties that he's going to be up against. And so, it's one that, he don't have a whole lot of touchdowns on the year, but he is definitely, really showing his effect and his, his determination on there. They've been punching it in, from the rushing, but he's been getting them down into the red zone several times this season.
Let's talk about a little bit of special teams. And when you look at Russell, of course, they've got a really good kicker in Nathan Totten, who's 17 of 18 on extra points, and he's 4 of 7 on field goals. But pretty deadly if you get him somewhere around 35, 40 yards and kicking field goals.
Exactly. You don't want to call anybody automatic. Not even McPherson with the Bengals, who has hit his fair share of field goals and extra points. Nobody calls anybody automatic, but he is, kind of a rarity, here, especially in the 16th region and everything, of having somebody that's out there that you can actually trust to put some points up on the board if you can't get the 6.
Wyatt Martin for West Carter, pretty accurate when it comes to extra points, 10 out of 11. Has only attempted 2 field goals, made 1 of them. So haven't really tried a lot, neither of these teams, although Russell has tried 7. And one of the things that T.J. Maynard will do is he'll play for field goal position if he thinks he's not going to be able to get the touchdown. He will play for position to try and get a field goal, and that's been a big key in a couple of games, and it was a big key last week in the game over East Carter when it put them up 2 scores.
Exactly, because you don't want to turn down any points. You've got some teams that's out there that, an extra point, is way too far back for any of their kickers. I know West Carter, they've been trying to come out there and, do a little bit. Of course, that first miss there by West Carter was a 40-yard attempt, and that's pretty huge for a West Carter kicker. But I know both of these kickers, they can get the job done. But, with Coach Maynard, can't blame them out there because, picking up the 3 is better than turning over the ball on downs or trying to pin them way back in the back and try to rely on your kicker again not to get a touchback.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll come back with more of our pregame show. It's Russell and West Carter here in Olive Hill, and we'll have more coming up on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
State Senator Robin Webb wishes the best of luck to all involved in football games this season. The players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staff. Your State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on and off the field, and will always strive to put our youth and adults first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Have fun, play hard, be safe in all your games this season. From your State Senator Robin Webb.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
Welcome back here to West Carter High School in Olive Hill, Kentucky, as we get ready for high school football on this last Friday of October and the last night of the regular season. Playoffs starting next week, and Jeff, West Carter knows where they're going, and that is Breathitt County, and Russell knows where they're going, and that's Belfry, and it's not going to be easy for either one of them, so both of these teams would love to have a win here tonight to sort of, give them a head start and a jump, if you will, into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Of course, West Carter going down to Belfry, they're 1-1 against Belfry lifetime, and those games were back in 74 and 75, so they have not met in this century. Or in the 2000s, I should say. So, it's going to be, I'm sure that, they've been watching game film and everything else to get ready for them. But that's going to be a tough order to fill, especially if they don't get Cole Crampton back. I'm sure they're just resting him this week. But for Russell, going down to a pretty familiar opponent, they're just about even between them, 12-13 on the season. Belfry has the edge on that series. The only downside is Russell's lost the last 5 to Belfry. And, it's usually one of those names that you don't want to hear, no matter what kind of season they had. You don't want to hear Belfry at Belfry.
No, especially like you said, in the last 5 or 6 years, Belfry's been either winning state titles or right there playing for state titles. And this year they've got another really good team. They just happened to get beat by Lawrence County, who finally was able to get over the hump and beat them, because it's usually been Belfry beating Lawrence County in that district. So now with the cross districts and not playing in your own district the first week of the playoffs, you got to travel. And it's a great place to play. They've got a beautiful stadium at Belfry. They got turf field, got a great coach. But it's just it's a long ride and a lot of tradition when you get there. So.
Yeah, because they are a very, very tough team to beat, and actually all across the 16th region, there's been a bunch of, I guess you don't want to quite call them sleeper teams, but a lot of teams has been stepping it up this year. Greenup County's really came out, played very well this year. As you mentioned, Lawrence County, playing very well, finally breaking over that hump. So a lot of these teams really starting to, break through that ice or that glass ceiling that they've been thinking that they've had against these teams.
All right, West Carter won the coin toss. They elected to defer to the second half, so Russell will get the football. They will move left to right in this first quarter as we view it here at West Carter. And Wyatt Martin set to kick it off for the Comets. DeMarcus Kirshner and Andre Richardson Cruz back deep for the Red Devils. And this game is underway. A short kick and a fair catch called for by Totten at about the 40-yard line, it looks like, or maybe the 36-yard line.
Yeah, I think he got just a little bit too underneath that ball and kind of popped it up. He's had some pretty decent kicks out there, really pushing it back to the receivers, who's supposed to be getting the ball. But nice job on Fairview taking a look at what the defense or the kicking team was bringing out and to be able to call the fair catch.
All right, Russell will start at their own 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Pack at the quarterback, and he'll have Rock back there with him, but also Ethan Oborn. And the handoff is going to go to Rock, and Rock is going to turn it up field and get all the way out to about the 45-yard line before he's brought down. Maybe the 46 might have got enough for the first down.
That's going to be really close. Those officials are right on that line. I have not seen, and there's the indication right there. First down there for Russell.
10-yard pickup for Colby Rock. First down brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive. He wants to say thanks to all the educators and administrators for working so hard for our students. On November 8th, vote for a proven leader. Vote for Bobby Hall.
2 wide receivers on the near side. One on the left as they hand it up toward the middle, number 32.
Oborn got loose, and he is at the 20. He's at the 15, and he is in. And a flag comes in also because of a horse collar tackle, but he's in for the touchdown.
That was a nice run. Just found the gap right up the middle and was able to just get beyond the defensive backs to get into that backfield. But like I said, it is going to be a horse collar against West Carter. I'm sure that's going to be declined.
Well, they'll probably take it on the kickoff, I would think.
Very true.
55-yard run by Ethan Oborn. And it comes with 11:20 to play here in the first quarter. Russell strikes blood first, and Totten comes in to try the extra point, and we got something wrong?
I don't see any flags.
Oh, they want to move out of the mud, I think. There's a few places out there where it's a little bit muddy.
Yeah, this field, I know during last week with powder puff and everything, they had to actually switch to the other end of the field because it was almost a dust bowl there. Of course, we've had some rain here in the most recent little bit, and so that's a good move on their part.
So they wanted to move it over a little bit, and now we're ready to go. Snap, placement, and the kick is up, and it is good. We'll be back in just a moment. 11:20 to play in the first quarter. It's Russell 7, West Carter nothing here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
With winter around the corner. It's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Stop and Shop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Back here at West Carter High School in Olive Hill, Kentucky, the Red Devils of Russell go 64 yards in 2 plays. Officially a 54-yard run by Ethan Oborn. The point after by Taunton is good, and it's 7-0. And Taunton is set to kick it off. And he will kick it off from the 45-yard line of West Carter following the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, the horse collar penalty slid him right into the end zone, but it's going to hurt the Comets. Of course, with the way that he can kick, this one's probably going out the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he usually puts it in the end zone. Anyway, that might be a field goal, and it is.
So too bad you can't get points off the kickoff, but yeah, he has definitely got the leg behind him. I can definitely see him kicking at the next level with the way that he's been playing so far.
Absolutely. That was from the 45-yard line and probably had 10, 15 yards to spare right down the middle.
It was just about to those nice little pop-up shelters that they have over there. He was putting it very close to that where actually they've got the triple jump track over that way.
West Carter will get it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Kelback going to be quarterbacking as they have been kind of tossing back and forth between a couple quarterbacks between Hayden Hall and Kelback. But Kelback going to be running out of the shotgun here.
Back is ready, and he will hand it off. And coming on the left side with it, picking up pretty good yardage and getting all the way out to about the 31-yard line. Good run on the first play from scrimmage as running hard for West Carter is Nathan Flannery.
Yeah, Flannery's another player that he's been really starting as a freshman, coming out and really he's going to have to start taking out a big role. Of course, they've got Dean that they can put in out there, but I'm sure they're wanting to kind of give some of their younger players a chance here tonight.
We're going to spot it right at the 30-yard line, so a pickup of 10 and a first down for West Carter. And a handoff Flannery again. He slips and falls down behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's that kind of the dangerous mud area right in the middle that they had there. Had this been game played a couple days ago, that would have been hard as a rock dust that's out there.
Yeah, but it is the center of the field pretty wet.
Ends up, I think they're marking him just a little bit short. Scoreboard's got 2nd and 11 here for the Comets.
Yeah, he lost about a yard.
Putting trips here on the near side, isolating on the far side.
Back ready from the shotgun formation. And he'll hand off once again, and they're going to try the right side this time, and running hard is Flannery, and he gets stood up as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe got over the 30-yard line to the 31, so we'll call it a pickup of 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Comets.
West Carter, of course, definitely not the case from last week to this week. Last week, this being their 3rd play from the line of scrimmage. They were already in the end zone last week. But, of course, that was with Cole Crampton. But Flannery out there has got to get the reps. But, of course, we also got a very young front line, offensive line there for the Comets as well.
Back ready again from the shotgun. He has double wideouts to the right and single wideout way to the left. And he's going to hand it off again. And again, trying that left side is Flannery. And Flannery is going to get a couple of yards before Carson Patrick comes up and brings him down.
That was a nice open field tackle there for him. He was trying to do a little bit of shake and bake out there in the dry part of the field. Obviously, that's probably going to be something that both these coaches are going to be thinking about tonight is, where are those little mud spots at and what kind of plays may want to rotate it around or shift it to the other side.
So it's going to bring up 4th down and about 7. And they're going to have to punt it away.
And this is going to be another challenge because Cole Crampton actually was West Carter's punter there for a long time.
So Ethan Bledsoe going to do the punting. Is that right?
Yes, he was a kicker for him last year. He was kind of doing a dual sport between soccer and football, but this year decided just to stay with football. But he does great as a tight end.
Here's a high kick, short, and it will bounce straight up in the air and then finally roll dead, but Russell will get good field position at about their own 41-42 yard line where the Red Devils will take over, leading at 7-0 with 8:21 to go here in the first period. Mason County leading Greenup County early in the first quarter, 7-0. We'll try to run down other scores for you and pass them along as we get along. Of course, we'll watch that Raceland-Lawrence County game.
Yeah, I know if you take a look at, I believe it's District 4 where Boyd County's in, they're in a three-way tie right now. And so really tonight's game is going to determine who's second, third, and fourth place in that district.
Yeah, that's a crazy district.
I know, because
and West Carter's going to jump, I think, or were they drawn offsides? We'll wait and see what the call is.
Yeah, they're going to
It's going to be offsides. 5-yard penalty on West Carter, their second penalty for 20 yards. Now they'll move the ball out to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and that was one thing last week. West Carter had a pretty clean game. I think they maybe had two or three penalties the whole game, and right now we've already two here in the first quarter.
Double wide outs to the right. Pack looks over to Coach Maynard, change up the play. He does. He's got Andre Richardson Cruz and Rock in the backfield with him. He's going to drop back looking to pass. Now he sees some running room. He's going to tuck it and run. He's got the first down and stays on his feet as he gets down to the West Carter. Probably we'll call it the 43-yard line. That's where they'll spot it.
Yeah, nice job by Carson there to be able to see that his wide receivers were not open and that he just tucked it in, took it off, and that's why he's one of the top four rushers in for this Russell team.
So a pickup of about 10 yards for Pack and a first down brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive. In West Carter territory now at about the 43-yard line. Pack going to hand it off to Richardson Cruz. Straight up the middle he goes, puts his shoulder down, breaks one tackle, and gets all the way down close to the 30. They're going to spot him at about the 31, 32-yard line. That's going to be another first down as a pickup of about 11 yards for Andre Richardson Cruz on his first carry.
And that was pure power just right up the middle. Just tuck it in, drop the head, and then drop the hammer down, heading out to pick up another first down on the first down.
First down brought to you again by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive. Again, Pack looks over the sidelines, changes the play, lets everybody know. He's going to fake handoff and then throw a pass behind Carson Patrick. Really nice play drawn up there as sort of a play action. Fake it to Andre Richardson Cruz and then try to get Patrick just going down the sideline a little bit. He turned, but the ball was thrown behind him, so the pass is incomplete. It's going to bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, he had him wide open on that side over there. Great route there by Carson Patrick, but Pack just couldn't get the ball right in his hands.
Again, Pack looking to throw, finds Rock out in the flat, breaks one tackle, puts his head down, and moves forward, and is going to get down to about the 20-yard line. So that's going to be a pickup of about 12 yards on the pass play, and it's going to bring up another first down brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive.
And another great strong play there by Rock. Really being a rock through that way. He bounced a couple West Carter defenders right off of him, heading up toward the middle once again.
So first down and 10, the ball at about the 20-yard line. Hard to see, stripes might be just inside the 20.
I think they are pretty close right on. We'll call them maybe the 21-yard line.
Yeah.
I think taking a look at the offensive line there.
Pack ready to throw again, throws and he overthrows his intended receiver, that time trying to get the ball out to Noah McDaniels, and he just threw that one way over his head.
Yeah, just a little quick out play that he was trying to get there, and I think they rushed it just a little bit, trying to get the ball out to him.
Second down and 10 from the 21. 6:33 left here in the first quarter, 7-0 Russell. Glad you could join us here on Cool Hits, Manta Sports, and Cool TV. Here's a handoff to Rock. Rock trying to turn the corner is going to get down to about the 15. And we'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be right at around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Ethan Bledsoe on the tackle there for Wes Carter.
So for Rock, it'll be a pickup of 6, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. 6:08 to go on a moving clock. 7-0 Russell knocking on the door at the 15-yard line of Wes Carter.
Now, Wes Carter, they do have an extra player that they could put in out there. Of course, I'm sure they're probably trying to save him too, Braden Flinner. He was the one that got hurt down at Shelby Valley.
Richardson Cruz got stood up at the line of scrimmage, bounced it to the outside, gets down close to the 1 or 2 yard line, but there's a flag, and that's usually where there's a hold, and it is a hold, and we're going to bring that one back.
Yeah, because right in the backfield, right there near the line of scrimmage, holding there against Raceland. So that'll back him up from 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, which is maybe about a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage. So first penalty on Russell, and it's going to be a 10-yarder. And from the spot of the foul, so that should bring it back to about the 27-yard line. 26-yard line, and it does. And it'll bring up 3rd down all over again.
They're down in quite a few, trying to figure, I think we're all trying to do our math, trying to figure out how far they need to get out there.
Pack drops back, looking to throw across the middle. Slant pass is complete. Nice move by DeMarcus Kirshner, and he's going to get down inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line, and that's plenty enough for the first down.
Absolutely. For a team like Russell there, usually if you're a rushing team, having a 3rd down, and I think they said it was officially 3rd down and 15 out there, that's kind of spells a lot of trouble with you. With Russell, that's exactly why they have 1,000 yards on the year, is that they can get that ball down and put them now in a chance where they've got 4 downs where it's 1st and goal here for Russell to try to punch it in.
1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Dropping back, Pack, looking, throwing, complete, touchdown, Carson Patrick. He was wide open, just went in, cut it to the middle, and presented himself, and he was wide open for the 7-yard strike from Ethan Pack.
Yeah, great pass right there. Wes Carter really didn't have too many people in his near vicinity, and all he had to do was just put the nice little float or a nice little touch pass right into his hands, and that was an easy 6 that he picked up.
Tom will come in to try the extra point.
Hopefully they got the spot away from the mud this time.
I think they do. And snap placement, and the kick is up, and it is good. We'll be back in just a moment. 5:12 left here in the first quarter. Russell 14, Wes Carter nothing here on the Cool Hits Mantis Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Reyes Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Reyes Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Dwayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
Back here at West Carter High School in Olive Hill as the Red Devils go 58 yards in 8 plays. Pack to Patrick from 7 yards out. Point after good to make it 14-0. And Totten set to kick it off.
They got 3 back for Wes Carter.
High kickoff and goes into the end zone. Trying to catch it at about the 1 or 2 yard line, but through the hands and into the end zone, so they'll bring it back for the touchback at the 20-yard line.
A little bit of a break there for Wes Carter because that could have been detrimental had he got his hands on that and then went back in the end zone because that was a live ball. If Russell would have been able to get down there, that would have been another touchdown on special teams, or if he picked it up and got tackled in the end zone, that would have been a safety. So, all the Wes Carter fans right now taking a big sigh of relief.
20-yard line for the Comets where they started last time and got a first down on their first play and then had to punt it after that.
And it looks like they're switching quarterbacks again here. They did have Cale back. Now it looks like Hayden Hall in the shotgun here for Wes Carter.
Yeah, they've been playing both of them. So Hall going to take the snaps. He's going to hand off, and they're going to go straight up the middle to the right side. Picks up big yardage from a 20 out to about the 28, 29-yard line, and that was DeWayland Dean, I believe.
Yeah, Dean, he came in and had a fantastic game after Crampton got hurt in the last one. He's one of those downhill runners that you give him the ball, and if he's got a gap, he's going to go through it, and he is going to be flying.
9-yard pickup, second down and 1. 4:43 left in the first, 14-0 Russell.
Wes Carter putting trips on the far side right on the line of scrimmage.
Hall's going to hand the ball off again and driving, trying to get that first down, and I think he did as he got across the 30-yard line is Dean, and it will be enough. 2-yard pickup and a first down for Wes Carter.
Yeah, once again, that's just Dean being Dean right there and just plowing through. Had the short yardage to gain, and he can just get that in speed. He'll bounce off of somebody and just put it right in there for the yardage that he needed.
So 1st and 10, operating from the 31 with 4:11 to go on the moving clock. 14-0, Russell with the lead. Again, Hall, double wideouts to the left, but he's going to hand the ball off, and again, it's going to be running straight downfield, but towards the right side and getting to that muddy part of the field is DeWayland Dean, and he sort of slips on his own and falls down after picking up a yard.
Yeah, I'll credit the field or the turf for the tackle on that one because he was, and that speed and mud does not mix very well out there. I've ran cross country before, and if you get into some mud, you're going to be sliding around.
Again, wide out to the left, slots to the right. And handoff again going to go to Dean, and Dean is going to be brought down as he is wrapped up.
Tyler Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice grab and wrap-around tackle there for Hill.
Pickup of about 3 or 4 yards, though, as he gets it out to the 35-yard line.
3rd down and 6 here for the Comets.
3:03 left here in the first. 14-0 Russell with the lead in this ball game. Again, wide out. Fields coming to the left. Couple of slot receivers to the right. Ball hit the ground, but quarterback comes up with it. Now is trying to throw a little screen pass, and he does, but read well by Russell as they're there, right there to contain the receiver.
Connor Green was the receiver there for Wes Carter. Usually when back is in there, when Hall is in there, he's not known for his passing. I think he's only thrown about 10 passes all this season and connects with there, but this time for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, loss of 2, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 8 with 2:14 left. Here in the first quarter, 14-0 Russell. A couple of other scores, Mason County leading Greenup County, 14-0, 6 minutes to go in the first. 7:34 left in the first. Lewis leading Fairview 7-0. As once again, Wes Carter lines up to punt.
Bledsoe back to punt it away here for the Comets.
And going back for the Red Devils will be Oborn and Kirshner. And Kirshner is going to take this one, dropped it, picked it back up. That was dangerous.
Another one, and that's one problem I think Russell has had this season, especially on their special teams. I remember the first play that they had with Wheelersburg was a dropped kickoff.
Yeah.
And so here we have another special teams problem once again. And I know that's something that they've probably been working with them, but sometimes it's just hard to shake.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Start of the second quarter, East Carter and Martin County 0-0. Pack from the shotgun. Andre Richardson Cruz in the backfield, brings a man in motion. And we got flags as everybody was out of sync for Russell. That's going to be illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. I've been watching officials, funny official calls and everything. I think that one was probably everybody on the offensive line except for the center.
Yeah, and probably even Oborn, who was in motion, and he came forward before he, finished his lateral move. So that was just messed up all the way around.
Yeah, it was either going to be an illegal shift or it was going to be the false start. Of course, both of them, 5-yard penalties. So, pick your poison on that one.
He'll send both backs in the backfield, flanking Pack now. Patrick and Kirshner wide outs to the right. Handoff's going to go to Andre Richardson-Cruz. Tries to get a block. Gets to the outside. Good tackle coming up at about the 34-yard line. And bringing him down
is Dean.
And that was a good tackle because if he got around him, he might have been able to pick up 5 or 6 more yards.
Exactly. That was a great Dean. Very. He's kind of one of those universal players that you like to have. You play him on offense, defense, and with his quickness, he's able to get around that corner to try to wrap up, whether it be a receiver or a running back.
2nd down and 6, pick up a 4 for Andre Richardson-Cruz. Pack drops back, looking to pass, throws out in the flat. It's complete, trying to make a move as Oborn does, gets by one man and gets all the way down inside the 50 into West Carter territory. They're going to get all the way down to about the 43-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, great pass right there, to recover back off of the false start. Just got them right in the flats. Of course, that's been one area that West Carter's been a little bit weak in on their defense. They know Russell's a team that will send it downfield, but, if they give up that short pass as well, that's going to hurt you in addition to it having, especially with the speed that he had taking it down the sideline.
It's a 21-yard pickup on the catch and run by Oborn. Sets up a 1st down brought to you by Bobby Hall, Greenham County Judge Executive candidate. Puts it at the West Carter 43. 1st and 10 for the Red Devils. Pack again looking to throw. Now in trouble. Now going to just run. Now he throws and is picked off. Bad decision to throw the ball. Was close to the line of scrimmage. And people looking at him maybe thinking, why did you throw it for? You had a lane to run it. But a nice job by West Carter to jump in front of Patrick and pick it off.
Yeah, that was Caden Thompson on the interception there for West Carter. And, it looked like it was almost just right to him. He was reading the quarterback's eyes the whole way. I know that, he's one of those that he can rush it out and probably should have took the rush on that one instead of throwing off the pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And West Carter's going to take over at about the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. With 13.5 seconds left here in this first period.
And that was Caden Thompson's 2nd interception here of the season.
So back in at quarterback from the shotgun formation. Shifts a man over to a slot to the right. Handoff is going to go to Dean. Dean going to try the right side, and a good tackle brought down from behind. I think it was Ethan Pack who might have got him over there.
That's who I had was Pack. He was trying the sweep there, but with the speed that you have of Russell, that's going to be a tough one to get the corner on.
Might have picked up a yard or two. We'll come back. First quarter is over. At the end of 1, Russell 14, West Carter nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter play from Olive Hill, Kentucky in just a moment here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
At Preston Family Funeral Home, we understand how making decisions during the loss of a loved one can be most difficult. You can help relieve this burden on your family with pre-planning at Preston Family Funeral Home. It's safe, secure, and simple. You can transfer your existing plan from any other funeral home to Preston Family Funeral Home by simply calling 606-325-4946. Preston Family Funeral Home. Our family serving yours because we care.
Tri-State Ophthalmology and Tri-State Surgery Center are proud to support the Russell Red Devils. Doctors John Gross, Carter Gussler, Josh Gross, and Josh Daniel provide surgical and medical management of eye diseases, including cataracts, glaucoma, dry eye, and diabetes. And Dr. Josh Gross is now performing LASIK surgery. Call 606-324-2451 to schedule a free LASIK consultation. Go Devils!
Quarter is in the books, and Russell leads West Carter here at Olive Hill 14-0. And West Carter has the football as we start the second quarter. They'll be moving left to right as we view it. 2nd down and 9 at their own 28-yard line.
And we want to thank Hank Bond with the Greenup Beacon for sharing our streams out there tonight. Hank, good buddy of both of ours and everything. We hope he has a quick recovery and everything with the frozen vocal cord.
Yeah.
So we wish him a speedy recovery, in addition to some other medical problems and everything. But want to give the best all to him and definitely appreciate him here tonight.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Wes Carter with the ball. Brings a man in motion. And back's going to throw to that man in motion as he goes to the left side, and Russell read it well, but a nice breaking of a tackle. Should have had him for a loss of 2 or 3 yards, but good effort there by Timothy Fields, and he's actually going to end up picking up a couple of yards on that.
Yeah, Timothy Fields, very good. I mean, he's a great kid and everything else. He's had a pretty good season, 147 yards on 17 receptions. 1 touchdown pass, and that touchdown pass was one thing that he said that he was most proud of in his time. But great pass and great way to shake the tackle there for Fields.
Picked up about 5 yards on that pass play, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Again, brings a man in motion. Now stops, and we're going to have flags, and that's going to be illegal procedure. Too many men moving, too many men shifting. 3rd penalty on Wes Carter here in the first half now for 25 yards.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to have being on a 3rd and 5 situation and now getting pushed it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, makes it 3rd down and 10. 11-13 left here in the first half. 14-0 Russell. Magoffin County and Morgan County are tied 12-12 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Raceland leading Lawrence County 7-0 with 1:12 to go in the first. Here looking to pass, pulls it down, going to be sacked. As that time back, dropped back, looked to pass, then had to pull it down as the pressure started getting to him, tried to run with it, and he was sacked.
Yeah, ball came out there at the end, but they did say he was down by contact there. So another good break there for Wes Carter, but that's going to bring up 4th and 14 here for the Comets, and I'm going to expect that they're probably going to be punting this one away again.
Yep. First quarterback sack, 4-yard loss. Brings up 4th and 14. And, again, DeMarcus Kirshner goes back along with Ethan Oborn.
And that's the 13th sack on the season here for the Russell Red Devils.
Here's the snap. Plenty of time. Here's the kick. High kick. And Kirshner goes back, Oborn goes back and calls a fair catch and takes it at about the 35-yard line, 30. Yeah, we'll call it 35-yard line.
Yeah, 35-yard line, and he was right there in the mud pit too. So good decision on his part to be able to hold that one, or keep it up, because you don't want to slip out there and give up another special teams error, which they've done here in the past.
Hey, if you feel it's time for positive conservative change for Greenup County and want to take the county attorney's office in a different direction, on November 8th, vote Republican Matthew Warnick for Greenup County attorney. And don't forget, Ashland Community and Technical College reminds you that it's never too late to further your education at ACTC. Pack is ready. He's going to hand the ball off, and that's Andre Richardson Cruz looking for some running room. Breaks it into the secondary and is going to get all the way down to the 45-yard line of Wes Carter.
Yeah, great run by him. Drug a player for about 3 or 4 yards to get it right down onto the 45 of the Comets.
20-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, great play there.
Richardson Cruz has not had the year that he hoped to have his senior year. We've got a timeout going to be called by Wes Carter. We'll step out for a moment. 9:46 left here in the first half. Russell 14, Wes Carter nothing. Back in a moment on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Eastern Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easternlinkphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
Russell with the ball and a quick pass to Carson Patrick on the sideline, and he is driven out of bounds, but not before. Let's see where they're going to spot him out at. It's going to get from the 45-yard line down to about,
I think, the 32.
32, pick up, 32-yard line, pick up a 13 yards on that little quick pass.
Yeah, just a nice little short pass. Once again, I mean, it's kind of the bread and butter for this team. And, that's why they're not, they don't typically pick up the touchdowns on their passes unless they get a break. But they definitely set up their offense very well in the red zone.
First down brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenham County Judge Executive. Faked the handoff to Andre Richardson Cruz, and then Pack keeps it himself. I think that was a busted play because Pack was moving Richardson Cruz in the backfield and then just kept it himself after he faked it to him. Now Pack's going to come over and talk to Coach Maynard. I don't know whose mistake that was. It still picked up about a yard.
Exactly. That kind of left a hole wide open there for number 70, Jackson Kidwell, to come in and just take down Pack. But easily a broken play up there by Russell, and a good job by the West Carter defense to pick it up.
So second down to 9. Pack drops back looking to pass. Got a good block from Andre Richardson Cruz. Now puts it out there for Rock, and he's got it. Enough for the first down, and goes backward a few more steps to get it down inside the 20.
Yeah, that's going to be another red zone there. Another pass to get in the red zone. Sets them up very well.
Going to get to about the, looks like the 19-yard line maybe.
I think it's just right on that line there. I know the officials always like to put it right in on a yard line when they can.
First and 10, and Pack again looking to throw. Now he's in trouble and needs to protect the football, and he does as he's brought down. That's going to be a loss.
Yeah, that's going to be Flannery on the sack there for West Carter. Just didn't have anybody open right there and just kind of stuttered step and was waiting. I think he was thinking that his wide receiver was going to get open there on the left-hand side. But nothing was happening, and so instead of tucking in and running, Flannery came up and just brought him down for the sack.
4-yard loss. It's going to bring up second down and 14. Kirshner will go to the right. Patrick wide out to the left. Two backs in the backfield with Pack. He'll hand it off to Kobe Rock. Rock will cut it back up to the middle, run hard, and get down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, gets it there, I think, right on the 13-yard line there.
So that's going to pick up pretty good yardage. They needed 14, and it looks like they picked up about 9. And it's going to bring up third down and 4. And Russell, I believe, is going to call a timeout. They are. Timeout, 7:12 left here in this second quarter. We'll step out for a moment. It's Russell 14, West Carter nothing on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
State Senator Robin Webb wishes the best of luck to all involved in football games this season. The players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staff. Your State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on and off the field, and will always strive to put our youth and adults first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Have fun, play hard, be safe in all your games this season. From your State Senator Robin Webb.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Third down and 4 for the Russell Red Devils as play resumes. They're at the West Carter 13-yard line.
Yeah, that's where that penalty hurt him just a little bit ago, or excuse me, that sack.
Yeah.
Wasn't a penalty, but that sack really hurt him and put him back in on their heels.
Handoff goes to Andre Richardson-Cruz, tries the middle, busts it back to the outside. He's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, great play there. Nice little, found the gap and then just found his way right through the secondary there of Wes Carter.
13-yard run by Richardson-Cruz. And it makes it a 20-0 ball game. Comes with 7:05 to play in the second quarter. And Totten will come in and try the extra point.
And if you look last week, Cruz was really the primary runner there for Russell. Normally you got Colby Rock, but Cruz doing a fantastic, or excuse me, Richardson Cruz been doing a great job here this evening.
Yeah, and they had, like I said, maybe his best game last week.
Exactly, and that's something you can build upon, and that's what you want to see later on here in the season.
Here's the snap, here's the placement, here's the kick, and it is once again good. 7:05 left in the half. We'll be back in a moment. It's Russell 21, West Carter nothing here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own.
Papa John's in Grayson and Flatwoods.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
7:05 left here in the first half, and Russell has increased their lead to 21-0. They go 65 yards and 6 plays. 13-yard run by Richardson Cruz, point after by Totten Good.
Looking birds back for Wes Carter deep, and with this kicker from Russell, he's going to very well need it.
Totten is ready, and here is the kick, and it'll be taken at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Going to bring it out. And breaks one tackle with a nice move, but then going to be brought down.
Yeah, nice move there by Birds. I thought they were going to get him right there, right around the 1 or 2 yard line. And then he broke it out a little bit and did a nice little shuffle step there to get over toward the near side of the field here. And great return there for Wes Carter.
One of those, though, you wonder maybe you let it go in the end zone because you're going to get it to the 20 and it ends up going to be at the 15.
Exactly. That's always one thing I'm sure that the coaches are looking at. It's like, let that one bounce out. But, typically I don't think Birds gets a whole lot of balls coming back his way for that. So I'm sure that he's just anxious to get the ball and try to pick up some special teams yards.
Lewis County now leading Fairview 13-6. East Carter leading Martin County 7-0. West Carter with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 15. They're going to hand the ball off. They're going to try the left side. There's just not a whole lot there.
Yeah, it looks like they got that one to Dean right up the middle. And, Russell right now, they're packing up the box. They're just trying to close all those A, B, and C gaps, right there. Really, West Carter's going to probably have to try to start, doing some, RPOs out there or some play action to try to throw off this defense.
No gain, 2nd down and 10. Might have picked up maybe a half yard. 2 wideouts to the left, double wideouts to the right. 1 back in the backfield. Brings a man in motion to the near side of the field. Looking to pass, trying to set up a little screen. It's blocked.
Nice.
And knocked down.
Nice tip there by number 67, David Harless, to get the ball up there for Russell. And great. It's like the pocket just kind of collapsed right around him.
Yeah, trying to set up the screen to the quarterback's left, but Harless with that big paw up there knocks it down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 9.5.
Well, Harless also he's also got the jumps on him. He runs I think he runs cross country as well, but track and field, and I think he's a high jumper if I'm not mistaken. So he was back was going to have to throw that one well over top of him to try to get out of his reach.
6'2", 6'3" also, so.
Yeah, you can't beat that. He is a huge fella, actually related to the Collinsworth family here in Olive Hill, which they are known for their track and cross country.
All right, 3rd down, and we'll call it 9.5, 10. Again, dropping back, looking to pass, now stepping up in the pocket, got some running room, and going to get it out, at least pick up a few yards before they'll probably have to punt it away. Good job by Kel Back to see the opening, and he couldn't find anybody open, and he's going to bring the ball out and get it, looks like out to about the 22, 23-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be 4-down territory just yet. I know the Comets would like to put up some points on the scoreboard here before the half, but yet you don't want to force anything too much, especially against this Russell defense.
Yeah, pickup of about 7 yards on that.
Yeah,
and it's going to bring up 4th down and 3, and they're going to punt it away.
Yeah, Bledsoe back out to punt. Got 2 deep back for Russell.
Oborn and can't see who the other one is. Here's a high kick, sort of shanked it off to the right, and it's going to roll backwards, and Russell's going to get it in West Carter territory at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that kick went right to the 50 and then took a Russell bounce for 3 yards coming back into Comet territory. Not too bad of a kick. Like I said, he's not been known for his punting here. This is the first game he has punted, minus trying to fill in for Crampton other times. But this is where West Carter's definitely hurting. Cole Crampton was doing everything: offense, defense, receiving, special teams. He's one of those that. Pretty much he doesn't need to come to the sideline except for during a timeout just for a quick drink of water.
5:06 to play here in the second quarter, 21-0 Russell, and Russell has the ball at the West Carter 48-yard line. Pack fakes a handoff to Richardson Cruz, gets the ball out on a little slant pass, and it's good to Noah McDaniels. It's going to pick up probably maybe 3 or 4 yards. Not a whole lot there. Well read by West Carter.
Yeah, Timmy Fields was on the tackle there for the Comets. Picked up very quickly. It was a great pass, and actually it looked like they started moving the yardstick a little bit more. I think they're going to give him 5 on the play.
5 yards, yeah. Pack 7 out of 10 so far in this first half, though.
Not bad. His season average, he's been doing really great, 84 and 163. So, a little bit over 50 or right around that 50% mark. Definitely, a key weapon here for the Red Devils.
Drops back looking to pass again, has Patrick. Patrick tries to break a tackle, a little stiff arm down the sideline, finally gets knocked out of bounds. Is going to pick up from the 43-yard line down to, it looks like,
maybe right around the 31.
Maybe the 30. Yeah.
No, actually 26.
26. So a pickup of 17 yards on that pass play.
Yeah, the line's a little bit difficult to see there, but another nice pass. And, they don't have to go for the Hail Mary, or they don't have to go deep really in on them. They're doing a great job keeping in front of the West Carter defense. They're not trying to get behind them. And West Carter's just not playing up real tight with them, and that's going to allow for those short passes to be made.
First down brought to you by Bobby Hall, Greenup County Judge Executive. Handoff this time, Richardson Cruz, and breaks one tackle and gets down as he fights from the 26-yard line down to about the 15, it looks like.
Yeah, so another great play, and Russell's been doing that pretty consistently here this evening, taking a look at going through and getting those first downs off of a first down.
That is the 10th first down of this first half for the Red Devils. And Richardson Cruz gets it again, cuts it back to the inside, stays on his feet.
Fumble.
Gets down close, and the ball falls loose, and they're going to say, I think Russell might have got on it.
I think that's where they're maybe indicating there. Haven't seen anything official from the officials just yet, but a lot of times they won't do that if it is going to be Russell ball.
Yeah, it's Russell's ball. I would have thought the ball, it looked like he was down before he fumbled the ball, but
yeah,
they didn't give that indication either.
Yeah, that's
going to get from the 15 down to about, can't tell where it's at because these lines aren't real good.
Probably right around the 2.5-yard line, I would say.
We'll call it the 3.
That works with me.
So first and goal, handoff this time is going to go to Oborn, I believe, who takes it in for the score.
Yeah, nice little punch in from 3 yards out. And picks up the touchdown there for
Oborn or Rock? It was Rock.
Rock. Yeah, with 3:23 left, that's going to be 27 for Russell, nothing for Wes Carter. And that was just a nice little punch in there from 3 yards out.
We'll call it a 3-yard run by Kobe Rock, and it comes with 3:23 left. Here in the second, Totten will come in and try the extra point.
Has not missed yet today, but I don't want to jinx him on that. So, fans, if he misses this one, I'm sorry.
Kick is up, and it is good. We'll be back in just a moment. 3:23 left in the first half. It's Russell 28, West Carter nothing here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy. Service you'll find in the Greenup location with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots and, of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Russell Red Devils go 48 yards in 5 plays, 3-yard run by Kobe Rock, point after good, and with 3:23 to go here in the half, it's 28-0. Lee Wireman wants to see Greenup County move forward and wants to be a part of helping you, the citizens of Greenup County, enjoy living and raising a family. On November 8th, vote for Lee Wireman for County Commissioner District 2. Totten set to kick it off. And it is a line drive kick that will go out of the end zone.
I'm sure that probably he was instructed on that one. Do not go get that. Logan Birds, do not touch that ball, no matter what you do. Because actually, every time he has kicked that one away, it would have been in through the end zone. Maybe one of them might have been a little bit short, and depending on the bounce it took. But yeah, he's one of those that you can almost just plan on setting up from the 20-yard line and rolling from there.
6:05 left in the second quarter. Raceland now up on Lawrence County 10-0. That's a big ball game being played in Louisa for both these teams getting ready for the playoffs, and really big if you look at Raceland for their RPI rating.
Absolutely. You know, you're dealing with two of the top teams in the state that's going head-to-head there, and then having them shutting them out so far, that's saying quite a bit there for the Rams.
It is. All right, here we go with Wes Carter, and
drops the ball there behind the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback, a little mishandled the exchange there, tried to hand it off. The running back didn't take it, so back dropped it, picked it back up, but he's going to lose yardage.
Yeah, Tyler Hill was the first one back there for Russell, and great job by the defense just to crash down.
Lost 3 yards, and it's going to bring up second down and 13. And the clock stopped for some reason.
I seen the official on the far side was waving his arms to stop the clock, but I'm not for sure if it's about the placement of the ball, or I have not seen an indication that there's a timeout, but neither team looks like they're in timeout format, or in a setting.
Might have been a flag somewhere. Looks like they're talking it over. Let's see. I think there was.
Yeah, there it is. Personal
foul against Wes Carter.
Ooh. And not what you want to have already being at a 2nd and 13. That's going to take that back another 15.
Well, probably take
about half the distance goal.
Half the distance.
Yeah, because being on the 15-yard line, that'd put it right there. So that's going to be right about the 7 or 8 yard line that they're going to put it back.
So that's going to be 2nd and long, and I do mean long. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It looks like it's going to be about the 7, and they've got to get it all the way out to the 30, so 2nd and about 23.
That's why I was trying to sit here and calculate that out there, but yeah, I think you're right on that 2nd and 23, which not the way that the Comets need to be going here tonight, and once again another costly penalty had a very bad time here for West Carter.
Inside 3 minutes to play, clock running. 28-0 Red Devils. And here's a handoff going to go to Dean trying the left side. Nothing there. Again, big tackle over there for the Russell Red Devils. Getting in the backfield and making the tackle was Brennan Smith.
That, once again, just kind of another play in which Russell knew exactly where West Carter was going to be heading with this. West Carter's been trying to punch it up the middle, trying to take it on the outside, and the Russell Red Devils have not been giving up anything.
3rd and long. Ball now looks like it's back inside the 5. Is that right?
I think so. They've got the ball
at about the
4 or the 5 yard line. Or I would call it right on the 5. They got 3rd down 27 on the scoreboard.
Yep, got to get to the 30, so it's probably about the 3, I guess. So snap, fake handoff, quarterback going to keep it and throw, and it's incomplete. And that almost was a safety because I'm telling you, Richardson Cruz got to the backfield and quarterback with the sort of play action then sort of pivoted and rolled deep in his own end zone, and Richardson Cruz was right in his face.
Yeah, he was right there and really pushing Kell back way out of the pocket. At least back was coherent enough to see where he was at in the end zone. Didn't want to run out the back of it. And great job on getting the pass off and just about got it out there to Isaiah Bond. But Bond just, was right on the end of the fingertips and just couldn't get a hold of it.
And even if he had caught it, he was already down on a knee. So
Exactly.
It wasn't going anywhere.
Bledsoe back to kick again here for the Comets.
Deep in his own end zone. Here's the kick again, a high, short kick. And coming up and taking the fair catch, DeMarcus Kirshner, and he takes it at about the 30-yard line of West Carter.
Yeah, that was of course, good job on him to come up and get that right in there on that 30-yard line. And, nice little cradle catch that he had. Wasn't for sure going to, he wasn't dropping that one.
For all your insurance needs, see the good folks at Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. Car, home, health, and more. Kurt can take care of you. That's Kurt Robinson State Farm Insurance. And Mike Wilson's been serving the citizens of Greenup County as your county attorney. Wants to continue to serve you, the people, and continue to fight against illegal drugs and other problems in the county. On November 8th, vote for experience. Vote for Mike Wilson for Greenup County attorney. So T.J. Maynard out talking to the officials about something.
Yeah, I'm not for sure what it was. If he was, maybe complaining a little bit about, thinking that it was supposed to be a fair catch. But, there was a West Carter defender there, but not ready to make contact with him. So I'm not for sure what he'd be complaining about here on that punt.
Well, they're ready to go no matter what. And it's at the 30 of West Carter, 1st and 10 for the Red Devils.
Yeah, with a minute 40, Russell's got a lot of time here to, take it downfield. That was, West Carter really needed to get something, on some forward offense there, but it seemed like almost every play was just backwards, either with a penalty or the sack.
They're going to do a free kick?
Looks like it. I've never seen this.
So, yeah.
Never once seen this in a high school. Okay, so how many points are we going to give him?
Yeah, usually you don't see this.
Yeah. Going to try a free kick. He can tee it up.
Raiden's over here just grinning. He's probably never seen it either.
And, of course, the defense having to stay back 10 yards.
Yeah, just like a kick. And here it is, and he moves it. 100 yards past it, right through. Good. And the free kick is good.
You don't see that too often anywhere, high school, college, professional.
So Russell decides instead of taking it in, they're going to take the free kick, and they're going to score.
And that must have been what Coach Maynard was out there talking about. We were trying to think of what he was talking about, and I'm sure he's probably like, hey, we're going to free kick this thing. And I'm sure the officials probably were there thinking free kick, okay, that's part of the rule book we don't visit too often.
It's 40-yard free kick, and it makes it 31-0 with a minute 40 to play in the second.
Almost kind of reminds me if you've watched that movie, The Longest Yard.
Yeah.
Especially the first one with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
On it. It's like, what's that? Free kick. How many is that worth? 3 points. And it's like
you don't see it in high school.
No, not typically you don't have a kicker to be able to do that, but when you put him out there, Totten, it's one of those like I said, you don't want to call him automatic, but he's been perfect here today.
That's what T.J. Maynard was out talking to the officials about. He was explaining to the officials what he wanted to do.
Yeah, because I'm sure if they brought out the tee and set it down, I'm sure they're probably like, no, get that thing off here. Let's.
Well, they probably hadn't heard of it either.
Well, that's what I said. Probably most of them was out there. I didn't see any rule books popped out, but I'm sure somebody was probably like, okay, I remember hearing about a free kick.
So minute 40 to go, and Russell will kick it off. Wes Carter will get it back. And here's the kick, and this one will just miss the going through the the goalpost again.
I tell you, it's one of those. He's almost in a kicking competition out there. He did it in from 30-some yard, right at the 30-some yard line, and then now taking it from the other 40. He has definitely got a leg on him.
So Wes Carter will start at the 20 with a minute 40 left.
Yeah, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining here. So, Wes Carter, can stop the ball here a couple times. But they're going to have, of course, they got back out there. So, they may be trying to pass. Dean's in the backfield alone, and they're putting out 4 wide receivers.
Yep, 4 wide outs, and back from the shotgun.
3 on the near side, 1 on the far.
And low snap. And quarterback's going to keep it himself and run right up the middle with it. Not a whole lot there. Going to get up to about the 23 for Kelback. And it's going to bring up second down and about 7.
And a little problem getting the clock started here. The play went, and then the clock didn't roll. And I seen the official was down there. He was winding the clock. So getting a few extra seconds on the play there.
Actually gave him 4 yards, so second down and 6. Again, double wide outs to the left, single wide out to the right. Now brings a man in motion. Coming to the near side of the field. Now circles back around again. And they're going to hand the ball off, and big running room as it opened up a big hole, and it's going to get all the way out to the 45-yard line.
Nice play there by Dean to, as I said, he's got the speed on him, and once he got that gap, he was gone. But good job by Wes Carter trying to throw off the defense. They put Isaiah Bond. He was the one wrapping around, coming back in. Of course, clock now running here, just about under a minute left to play.
Got from the 24-yard line out to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 21 yards and a first down. And handoff going to go to Dean again. He tries the left side and stays on his feet. And finally is going to get brought down inside the Russell 45-yard line.
Another first down there for the Comets. I think that was just about the same play that they run just a little bit ago, and I guess they figured if it works once, do it again. And this time he's going to spike it.
Yep, 32.8 seconds to go here in the half. 31-0 Russell with the lead. Wes Carter on the move, their deepest penetration so far. Second down and 10, and they're at the Russell 44-yard line.
Good job there to get the offense back up on the line to get the clocking play down. Both teams still has 2 timeouts remaining. Of course, that's just going to give them an extra one there because, give up the down to stop the clock. And it's going to be decision time here for Wes Carter because, they've done very well with Dean here the last couple plays. It's like, do they think that Russell's, almost going to have Dean's number on this one and they're going to throw it out? We'll have to see what they do on this play.
Yeah, bring a man in motion. And dropping straight back, looking to throw across the middle. Got a man wide open, slips and falls in the mud.
Yeah, nice little.
And timeout called with 26.7 seconds.
Yeah, that was Timmy Fields on the reception there for Wes Carter.
And it's going to, nice reception, going to get all the way down to, looks like about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, nice little screen play right across the middle of the field. They were really pulling everybody toward this right-hand side and, trying to get the defense shifting over, and pulled that secondary over just enough to let Fields run it right up the middle of the field. And, I'm sure they're glad that he got it right when he did, because he was right in that, wet spot right there on the field in the middle.
Hank Bond giving us some information, which I remember now. He told me Johnson Central did a free kick against Greenup about 7 or 8 years ago. They did it from 60 yards. Remember?
Whew.
They teed it up and kicked it 60 yards. That's since been bettered. That was a state record at the time. So, yeah, it has happened in high school.
Yeah,
it's even happened in our neck of the woods. It happened I think that was at Greenup County, too.
Yeah, and I mean, great situation to be in, and I mean, especially with the way when you can trust a kicker like that, and of course, Russell's not wanting to run up the score here. They've got this, very in control here in the first half. Give your kicker a little bit of an opportunity out there, and give West Carter the ball back. Let them have it on here on their senior night.
All right, man in motion coming to the near side of the field and looking to pass, throwing deep for the end zone, incomplete.
That was intended for Timmy Fields, and he is slow getting back up.
Good double coverage down there, but he had him just for a moment.
Yeah, Fields, he's another one of those tall players. Tall, skinny, he's got a pretty good jump on him, another track runner. He's got the speed on him. And, it was a good pass, almost remnant of, I'm sure the Russell fans don't like this, but remnant of that, the miracle throw that got West Carter that touchdown for their only win against the Red Devils.
Yeah. That free kick, Tyler Pack. October 11th, 2013.
And, I mean, being real, at least in the 2000s.
Yep.
Sometimes you may think that's one of those old plays.
Dropping back to throw, going to throw it over into the flat, and going to pick up a little bit of yardage and get out of bounds with 13 seconds to go. As looked downfield, didn't see anything, and got it out to the flat. And let's see where they're going to spot it. Might have got close to the first down.
Yeah, because he danced that line for just a second, and then finally was able to step out.
Didn't quite get there. Got about 7 yards on the pass play.
Puts it right, the nose is right there on the 20-yard line.
It's going to bring up third down and about 3 with 13.1 seconds.
Of course, West Carter still has one timeout. I say in this case, take a shot downfield. You've got time to run a couple plays. Just go ahead, take a shot, maybe take 2 shots downfield.
Back from the shotgun. One back in the backfield, going to bring a man in motion going to the far side of the field. Drops back, looking to throw. Has time. Now the pocket breaks down, and he is brought down. Got back maybe to the line of scrimmage. Again, Harless is one of the ones back there for Russell.
Yeah, definitely a tough defense right there. The pocket was breaking down there for back. Of course, wide receivers all tied up, and West Carter's going to have to burn their final timeout here with 7 seconds left to go. So being fourth, actually lost a couple yards on the play.
Sure did. It was fourth down and about 3 or 4. Now it's going to be fourth down and about 7. So that's going to go down as a sack. And 7 seconds left and a half. Coming up at halftime, we'll run down our scoring. We'll also have a look at stats, and we'll take a look at other scores from around the area. I can tell you right now that Greenup's still leading, or Greenup has come back to tie Mason County 14-14.
And that's a tough game right there. Yep. Mason County, always been dominant in football, and Greenup County's been having a fantastic year this year.
And Raceland still leading Lawrence 10-0 last report.
And, usually, Raceland and Lawrence County, both known for putting up huge numbers on the scoreboard. So, I mean,
that'll be a defensive battle tonight.
Yeah, because, that's what both of those teams are known for. They've been shutting out teams, keeping teams to a low score, and then really breaking out their offense, getting Lundy out there and letting him, have at it there in the backfield.
All right, 7 seconds left, and fourth down. 7, but that's not important. Probably don't have time. I mean, if you picked up the first down, you have to get up there and clock it really fast to get another play off.
West Carter's showing
now Russell's going to call. Yeah, Russell's going to call timeout. Were they going to try a field goal?
Taking a look back there, they had Wyatt Martin lining up back there. Of course, he attempted a 40-yarder last week and just didn't have enough leg to it. I mean, it was on target, but it was probably short, maybe about 5 to 7 yards. So if he would have that exact same kick here today, I mean, he would probably put it through.
The line of scrimmage is the 23-30. Be about a 40-yard kick, though.
Yeah, that's going to be real close. He was right at, well, of course, with the ball being, like I said, right there at the 23, back it up, plus the 10 yards.
7 yards plus 10, so you're talking 40-yard field goal.
Yeah, so hopefully, maybe he ate his Wheaties this morning, and we'll put just a little bit more oomph to it, and hopefully he can get his footing here because he's on the bad side of the field over there. With those two mud pits, but I think he's got enough dry ground over that way, hopefully to get some footing on it. And actually on that last one, I think he got a little bit underneath it because, as I said, it was a real dry field last week against Eastridge when he had that, and you can tell that he kicked up some dust.
And I don't think you're going to go for the field goal now. Doesn't look like it.
No, it looks like punt formation, but Bledsoe not out there. Actually, no, they're not in punt formation.
Nope, he's in the shotgun formation. Drops back, fakes the handoff, looking, throwing, and it's tipped away by Russell. And the half comes to an end. Would have been out of bounds anyway, I think, as it's thrown towards the sideline, but tipped away by the Red Devils. So West Carter threatens here at the end of the half, but can't get any points. And we go to the half with your score. Russell 31, West Carter nothing. Stay tuned to our halftime show coming up in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Mantis Sports Network.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy. Service you'll find in the Greenup location with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots and, of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. Dwayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good roads and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
State Senator Robin Webb wishes the best of luck to all involved in football games this season. The players, coaches, cheerleaders, and support staff. Your State Senator Robin Webb is always proud to support our youth in all of their endeavors, both in the classroom and on and off the field, and will always strive to put our youth and adults first as she works hard to support the people in her district. Have fun, play hard, be safe in all your games this season. From your State Senator Robin Webb.
Welcome back here to Olive Hill, Kentucky, West Carter High School. We're at halftime where Russell leads West Carter by a score of 31-0. Russell took the opening kickoff. They would go 64 yards in 2 plays. A 54-yard run by Ethan Oborn. The point after by Taunton was good, and with 11:20 to go in the first quarter, it was 7-0. Following a West Carter punt, Russell would take over at their own 42. They would go 58 yards in 8 plays. Ethan Pack would find Carson Patrick from 7 yards out. The point after was good, and with 5:12 to go in the first quarter, it was 14-0. West Carter got it, punted away. Russell got it through an interception. West Carter got it back, had to punt. Russell got it at the 35-yard line. They would go 65 yards in 6 plays. This time, Andre Richardson Cruz would find pay dirt from 13 yards out. The point after was good, and with 7:05 to go in the second quarter, it was 21-0. Following a West Carter punt, Russell would take over at the West Carter 48. They would go 48 yards in 5 plays, a 3-yard run by Colby Rock. The point after good, and that made it 28-0 with 3:23 left in the second period. West Carter would get it back, have to punt it away. Russell would get it at the West Carter 30, and they would decide to do a free kick with Nathan Totten teeing it up from the 30 and putting it through the goalpost from 40 yards out for 3. And with 1:40 to go in the second quarter, that made it 31-0, and West Carter got it back. Started at their own 20, got it down into close to the red zone before time ran out on them, and that's how the half ended. So we're at halftime, and it's a 31-0 lead for the Russell Red Devils. Russell scored on every possession they had except one when they threw the interception, and West Carter had to punt on every possession they had except the last one when time ran out. 31-0, your score here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back, take a look at stats, also take a look at some scoring, and Jeff and I will talk about the second half. All that and more coming up in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own.
Papa John's in Grayson and Flatwoods.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/find your career.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Yeah, back here at West Carter High School, 31-0. Russell on top of West Carter. We'll take a look at some other scores here in a moment. Let's take a look at some stats first. For West Carter, 47 yards rushing by DeWaylen Dean, 13 yards rushing by Nathan Flannery, total of 60 yards on the ground. Through the air, Back was 3 out of 6 for 28 yards, and Hall was 0 of 1 for -2. So combined, they are 3 out of 7 for 26 yards, and a total of 86 yards offense for West Carter. 5 first downs. They were penalized 4 times for 35 yards. Again, 60 yards on the ground, 26 in the air, total of 86 yards offense for West Carter. For Russell, on the ground, Colby Rock has 28. Ethan Oborn carried the ball 1 time, 54 yards to pay dirt, and he hasn't carried it again. Ethan Pack finished with 7 yards, and Andre Richardson Cruz leading the way with 72 yards. So 72 for Cruz, 54 for Oborn, 28 for Rock, 7 for Pack, 161 yards rushing for the Red Devils. In the passing department, Pack was 8 out of 11 for 119 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. So 161 yards rushing, 119 yards passing, 280 yards of total offense for the Red Devils in the first half. They had 10 first downs, and they were penalized 2 times for 15 yards. 280 yards to 86 is your yardage in the first half. And again, penalties, 4 of 35 for West Carter, 2 for 15 for the Red Devils. 10 first downs for Russell, 5 first downs for West Carter. That's a look at your stats. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at some other scores, and Jeff and I will talk about the second half. That's coming up in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Easterling Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easterlingphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session. In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate.
Yeah.
And back here at West Carter, Jim Forrest and Jeff the Manta Serwin here as we are at halftime as we got a great game going underhand. It's 31-0. Russell here on top. And so we'll turn it back over to Jim here with some scores here.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, let's take a look at some other scores. Mason County is leading Greenup County 21-14 at the half. They were up 14-0. Greenup County came back to top. Mason County got a touchdown right before half. McGoffin County leading Morgan County at the half, 26-20. Raceland now up on Lawrence County at the half, 24-0. East Carter is leading Martin County 14-0 with about a minute 23 left until the half. And late in the second quarter, Lewis County was leading Fairview by a score of 21-6. And Jeff, if you look at those scores, Lewis County now leading Fairview 27-14 at the half. That's a halftime score, 27-14. But the score that jumps out on me is Raceland over Lawrence, 24-0.
Exactly. That is a game that you're dealing with two of the top teams across the the different districts that they're playing in, and Lawrence County's had a fantastic year. Raceland's had a fantastic year, but going up just about 4 touchdowns against a team the caliber of Lawrence County.
Yeah.
That is definitely not what I'm sure anybody expected there this evening.
Yeah, and it was tight, 10-0, and now, a couple of late touchdowns before halftime makes it 24-0. Raceland single A, Lawrence County 3A. A win by Raceland's going to give them some RPI points going into the playoffs, which if you look at the single A right now, in the rankings, Pikeville's number 1, Raceland's number 2, but when you look at the RPI, Hazard had a little bit of an edge in the RPI, even though Pikeville really demolished them last week. So if Raceland hangs on and wins this over Lawrence County, they will probably move into second in the RPI. And that just puts the showdown. If they both keep winning, in the playoffs, then you could see Pikeville Raceland playing for a state championship.
Exactly, because with the way the playoffs are set up, you don't play anybody within your own district. You have your sister districts, and then of course once you hit into that third round, then all bets are off, and they split it all up. You're playing top of the bracket versus the bottom, or top ranking to the bottom ranking, and they split it across. So it's looking like it's going to be destiny for those two teams down at Kroger Field if everything plays out the way that it has most of the season.
Yeah, and I think that's what everybody's been looking at, and this was going to be a test, and still could be. You still got a half of football to play. So this was going to be a test for Raceland to go to Lawrence County last game of the season and play a really good 3A team. Lawrence County beat Belfry last week. So this is a really good team, and to be up 24-0 at halftime, still got a half to play, but that's a pretty impressive halftime score.
Yeah, especially even, as you said, I'm sure it's their senior night down there. And a lot of times that's, plays a factor into it. Typically you think that, these guys, they come out and, they're real tough guys and everything, but knowing that, of course, for both those, especially for Lawrence County, that's probably not going to be their last home game on that field, but knowing that that's your last regular season game, that may have a little bit of an effect, but I'm sure coming in or, going out for that second half, Coach has really drilled into him what he's looking for and making the adjustments to really put it or try to get back in that game against Raceland.
Yeah, and if you're East Carter right now and, you're thinking, hey, you got to go to Lawrence County next week in the first round of the playoffs, and you probably I don't know if you want to play them mad because they get beat, or if you want to play them because they do get beat and maybe knock them off their pedestal a little bit and think you've got a chance going there against them too. So East Carter's got to go there next week in the playoffs.
Exactly, and that's East Carter's had a tough run here this back half of the season. They started off undefeated, and then they started losing a couple games, and then they lost all their district games. And I know East Carter, I think they've been a little bit down on themselves here in this last little bit. Last week against Russell, I think they were thinking that this is going to be the challenge, and Russell comes out and has the game of their life. And defeating, with several of these players and defeating East Carter. So East Carter, they probably don't want a mad, Lawrence County team that they're going to have to go up against.
Yeah, that's probably true. But like you said, like I said a moment ago, you still got a half to play. Let's talk about the second half of this ball game. There's no doubt West Carter without Cole Crampton. Totally different ball club offensively and defensively, and Russell's taking advantage of that on both sides. They've held West Carter to 86 total yards offense. I don't think that would be the case if West Carter had Crampton, and they've pretty much been able to get that short little pass and pick up 100 and some yards, 160 some yards rushing in the first half because you don't have Crampton on defense either.
Exactly, that because. Cole Crampton, you don't want to say that he's the complete heart and soul of that team, but, he's been the man that they have been going toward, for the last couple of years, ever since Latavius Klein, left, it fell into Cole Crampton's hands. And, of course, he's had kind of a rough year, breaking in a new quarterback, or quarterbacks, I should say, and then, trying to get out there and then playing through with a lot of his teammates being injured, the devastation that happened here as well. With all the adversity, having that on top of that here this evening and not having Cole Crampton out there, it's really kind of hurt out. I have seen they put Braden Flinter, number 10, in on offense. They've been keeping him away from the defensive end, but I haven't seen Flinter out there too much, and he's coming back in from that injury from Shelby Valley.
All right, we're going to take our final break. We'll come back, get you ready for the second half. At halftime, it's Russell 31 and West Carter nothing here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree expert and stump removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports. At James Do It Best Hardware, We are not just another hardware store. We are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
Funny thing about banks, you go in and apply for a loan here,
but they make their decisions somewhere out of state.
My money is here, my account is here. Why go 100 miles away to make a decision?
At First and People's Bank, the decision is made right here by people you know. Bank local. Bank with the friendly folks at First and People's Bank. The Home Office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk. With 30 years of experience, Kim Fannin Mullins has been dedicated to helping all the citizens of Greenup County. Hardworking and honest, Kim Fannin Mullins is up to date on technology and procedures, will have an open door policy, and will go above and beyond for the staff and community. She spent over 20 years working with the youth of the county. Vote Kim Fannin Mullins for Greenup County Clerk.
This is Kim Fannin Mullins, and I paid for and approved this message.
Back here at Olive Hill, and Nathan Totten kicks off and puts it into the end zone once again.
Yeah, it was one of those that just about stuck there at the 1 yard line. You had Logan Birds right there, just about to go pick it up, but then it did take about a 1 yard hop back into the end zone.
So Wes Carter will start at the 20, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I got to thank Hank again. Actually, he sent me, we were talking about that free kick earlier. He actually sent me the video from that. And, great. Of course, you got to love it where it is in this area that you can actually watch something like that and it's not completely grainy.
Yeah.
Like the old VHS tapes.
All right, here we go. And it is Kelback at quarterback. He'll operate from the shotgun, trips to his right. And he's looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and not a whole lot there. Maybe lost a yard.
Yeah, that defense just kind of, surrounded him right there. Harless on there once again.
He's had a big game tonight.
Oh, he has. Had that tip pass, just about in the end zone there. As it does look like he lost about 1 yard on the play. But, Harless, great athlete. Came back from some injuries as well. And
sure did.
Glad to see him back and healthy and getting ready for the playoffs.
2nd down and 11. Snap, handoff. Going to try the left side and then cut it back to the inside, and just nothing doing. As running the ball was Dean, and he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's one of those that I think Russell, we've been talking about Raceland, that game so much, but Russell out here, that defense is really just kind of collapsing in, right in those primary gaps. And, they're going to have to probably, kind of run it in and then almost pull it back out and, take off in the opposite direction to try to throw off this Russell defense.
3rd down and 11 from the 19-yard line. Double wide outs to the left, or trips to the left. Single wide out to the right. Double wide outs to the left, I should say. Slot there, too. Man in motion. Yep, coming to the near side of the field. And looking to throw in the pocket. Finds his man across the middle, but not for much. Back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard.
Yeah, Connor Green on the reception there for Wes Carter, but not what they needed to, get themselves in a 4th down position where they can possibly go for it. But, we'll have to see what they're going to do, because I know being down 31-0 here, of course, clock rolling under 10 minutes, and, it's one of those things of, when do you start to take those extra chances?
Picked up 3 on the pass play, and it brings up 4th down, and we'll call it 8, and they are going to punt it away, or at least in punt formation.
As I'm sure this week both teams not wanting to show too much off.
And here's a kick that's going to take a weird bounce and then finally be down. But, again, good field position for Russell. They're going to get it at about their own 47.
Yeah, a little kick, just kind of a end-over-end kick, and the ball landed right on the point there to take a nice West Carter bounce for about another 5 yards that it picked up on it, just to put him back into Russell territory.
1st and 10, Red Devils at their own 47. Hank Bonds with more information. David Harless's mom, Becky Collinsworth, won the state hurdles in 96.
I remember that. Actually, she had to bring her cleats, or she was police escorted back for her graduation. That was the same day of her graduation.
Quick pass to Kirshner on the left side, and he takes off with it and is going to pick up about 11 yards and a first down for the Red Devils. First down brought to you by Bobby Hall, candidate for Greenup County Judge Executive.
Yeah, because I remember that was one thing. They had the state troopers and local police down there, and she came in and had her dress heels underneath her chair and had to switch out of her cleats.
Handoff, Kobe Rock, big running room, breaks it to the outside, in the middle he goes, and he is going to go all the way, no flags. And that's going to be from 44 yards.
Yeah, Rock having another fantastic game here tonight. Pretty much almost went untouched for those 44 yards.
So Kobe Rock on a 44-yard run, reminiscent of Russell's first drive. When on the second play, Ethan Oborn went 54 yards. This time on the second play, Rock goes 44 yards.
Yeah, they're busting out the huge yardage here today on the rushing play. As I said, usually they're about 50-50 when you come into passing and rushing, but they've broken up for some huge rushes here tonight.
High snap, placement, kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment. 8:23 on a running clock. And your score is Russell 38 and West Carter nothing on the Cool Hits Mantis Sports Network.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
Russell Red Devils go 53 yards in 2 plays. Kobe Rock, 44-yard run. Point after good to make it 38-0. And here's the kick, and once again into the end zone. And West Carter will get it once again at their 20-yard line. They have looked at the 20 a lot tonight.
Yeah, as we said, most games that I've watched with Russell this year, very few of them has been able to, make an actual return or would want to. As you said, there's been a couple of returns here tonight, or at least the one return from West Carter where they picked up 15 yards. Not a bad return, but when you could have got that extra 5, you want to make sure that it's like, hey, let's take what they give us.
West Carter gets it 1st and 10 at their own 20, 6:37 to go on a moving clock, 38-0 Red Devils. Back again from the shotgun, looks, passes across the middle, complete, and then dropped. That'll be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that was Flinner there, as I kind of mentioned, coming in from the injury that he had earlier on this season. Down there at Shelby Valley. And I think, are we on underneath a rolling clock right now?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
I was about ready to say incomplete pass, and I stopped the clock on habit, but
nope.
But yeah, we've got a rolling clock situation here at West Carter.
Ashland Community and Technical College reminds you that it's never too late to further your education at ACTC. 2nd down and 10.
Man in motion. Looks like the tight end.
And handoff is going to go to Dean, I believe. Yeah, it is. Nothing there. Maybe lost a yard. Maybe lost 2. 2-yard loss.
Definitely not where West Carter wants to be heading at. Last week they were all over the place, with 300 yards from Crampton rushing. And I mean, it was a fantastic game last week. Not able to get that against this tough Russell defense here. And I think that, what'd you say, it was like 88 yards altogether for the first half?
Yep, 86.
86.
And they've lost yards this quarter.
2 wideouts on the near side, 1 on the far side.
3rd down and 13. Man in motion goes to the far side of the field. And looking to throw, being pressured, trying to run out of the pressure. Now just going to have to tuck it and run, and might get enough for the first down.
That's all.
Good job that time by Kel Back.
It's going to depend on the spot. They're winding the clock, so I think they're going to have them just a bit. No, they're going to move it.
Yeah, they're going to say he got enough. 13-yard pickup. And a first down.
Yeah, nice job by the offensive line there of West Carter to give back plenty of time. I mean, he had a lot of time back there, even though that the pocket was collapsing on him. He was able to get away from that defense unscathed and pick up the first down there for West Carter.
Got it all the way out to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. 4:10 left here in the third. 38-0, Red Devils. Back again with trips to the right. Looking, now he's just going to keep it himself. Started to go left, then tried to go back up the middle, and that's when he hits a wall of white jerseys. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think that's about where they put him at, or maybe about a few inches in front of it. But made the almost the bad decision to take the reverse on that, because he was going to try to punch it back out and rotate it around. But the officials called the stop on the forward progress. Otherwise, that would have been another play for a loss there for the Comets.
If you feel it's time for positive conservative change for Greenup County and want to take the county attorney's office in a different direction, on November 8th, vote Republican Matthew Warning for Greenup County attorney. 2nd down, and we'll call it 10. Just across the 30-yard line. Back's going to hand it off to Dean. Dean looking for some running room, breaks 1 tackle, stays on his feet, fights forward, gets close to the first down.
Picks up about 9 on the play, and that's just all effort there. He really, the gap was kind of closing around him, and he just kind of barely squeezed through it and just pushed right on through for that 9-yard pickup.
A lot of clean jerseys and new faces out there for the Red Devils on defense.
Yeah, definitely not a time period that you want to be really putting anybody out, building up stats or anything else.
Dean again on the left side, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards. And it's going to be enough for a first down for West Carter as they get it out to about the 40. They're going to spot it at about the 44-yard line. Lee Wireman wants to see Greenup County move forward, wants to be a part of helping you, the citizens of Greenup County, enjoy living and raising a family in the county. On November 8th, vote for Lee Wireman for County Commissioner of District 2. As
Russell put in a whole new defensive line there, as you said, those bright white jerseys coming out.
Yep.
Of course, West Carter doesn't have that luxury too much. Not too many white helmets on the far sideline over there.
Here's a pass play going deep and tipped away at the last minute. Going up and making a good play for the Red Devils was Ben Totten.
So he can kick it and he can.
That was his brother, Ben.
Brother. Well, the family very good in football there, but that was great defensive there. Got a paw in on it, able to break up that pass.
Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 44. Minute 35 to go here in the third. 38-0 Russell. Again, going to send trips to the left, single wide out to the right.
Flannery's in the backfield there for West Carter instead of Dean this time. That's where they started out at.
Handoff is going to go to him, going to try the right side and breaks a tackle, stays on his feet and going to pick up big yardage all the way down to the Russell 40-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of 15 for Flannery.
Nice little sweep out toward the right-hand side to the near side of the field here. Of course, you're dealing with some fresh players out there that didn't get that acclimation period, during the timeout too much to warm up, and now they're getting out there, and probably some of them a bit cold, but trying to get warmed up out there.
And a lot of these Russell players on defense right now haven't played a whole lot of varsity football, period, this year.
Yeah, now's the time, as we said, especially with playoffs coming up next week, that, you don't want to keep your starters out there. You want to rotate them in, and you don't want to show anything too much, because I'm sure that both Belfry and Breathitt County is going to be watching the game film here today.
Handoff going to go to Flannery again. This time he goes to the left side, then tries to bust it back to the middle, and he's brought down after he picks up about 3 or 4 yards, and that's going to end the third quarter play. We'll call it a pickup of 4 for Flannery, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 when we come back. We've completed 3. It's Russell 38 and West Carter nothing. We'll be back with the 4th and final period in just a moment here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because Papa John's has done it again. Introducing Papa Bowls. No crust, just a whole bunch of those Papa John's toppings you love, baked to piping hot perfection. I'm talking crisp veggies, savory meats, all covered in melty cheese, and those signature sauces. Try flavors like Italian Meats Trio, Chicken Alfredo, and Garden Veggie, or get creative and build your own.
Papa John's in Grayson and Flatwoods. Andrew Eimel would like to let you know that he's running for Greenup County Clerk in 2022, and he would love to have your vote on November 8th. Andrew has been serving the past 4 years as County Commissioner and would like to serve the residents of Greenup County as County Clerk. When it comes time to vote in the next election on November 8th, vote for Andrew Eimel for Greenup County Clerk. Andrew Eimel encourages you to attend, enjoy, and support all area student athletics.
Paid for by Andrew Eimel.
Welcome back to West Carter High School, Olive Hill, Kentucky, as we start the 4th and final period with Russell on top by a score of 38-0. Only one score in that third quarter, and that was a 53-yard drive, 44-yard run by Colby Rock. And that made it 38-0 in a running clock. And right now, West Carter moving the ball. They have 2nd down and 6 in Russell territory and about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, West Carter trying to get out there, try to get that goose egg off the scoreboard for them. Come out with a little something that they may be able to work on. Of course, I know they're hoping to get back Cole Crampton here for that Breathitt County game.
Yeah, they'll definitely need him, no doubt.
Of course, it's one of those things that a lot of people thinking, could this be a preview of next year's team? But you never know what may happen.
Little fancy reverse, and they've got something going here as running and breaking a tackle and getting down to about the 30-yard line is Isaiah Bond.
Yeah, great little
double reverse there.
Yeah, nice little reversing action going on there for West Carter. Really got that young defense shifting over toward the other side, and Bond just took advantage of it and took off.
27-yard pickup and a first down.
And I believe
down to the 20-yard line.
I was going to say, is this the first time that West Carter has been in the red zone?
I think
today?
So. 1st and 10 from the Russell 20.
Man in motion, that's Bond again.
And he's going to circle back around. This time they're going to give the ball to Flannery, though. Flannery tries the right side, is brought down as he gets down to about the 17-yard line maybe.
I almost thought that was the football there for a second. I seen something large come flying out, but that was a piece of the turf.
Yeah. Pickup of 3. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 7. McGoffin County now leading Morgan 34-20. East Carter leading Martin County 21-0.
Trips on the near side. Isolation on the far side.
Back drops back, looking to throw. Throws a little pass out to Flannery, and Flannery's got some running room down the right side before he's finally brought down, but he needed about 7. Looks like he's going to pick up probably about 11 or 12 on that little pass play.
And that's going to bring up 1st and goal here for the Comets. And we've got a Russell player grabbing an ankle coming down. And so we're going to get a stoppage of time, one of the few times on a running clock that they will stop.
And go check out the player who's still down.
Yeah, it looked like it was a lower leg injury. I'm not for sure if he twisted an ankle on there, but that's one thing too when you bring out the players, especially on a cooler night. Of course, it wasn't too bad when we first got here, but now that temperature has dropped pretty considerably.
Yeah, it's down to 53.
And just a slight breeze. Of course, up here on the hill, you got that little bit of a breeze coming off the hill here. It's not much. Really, don't see the trees going, but you can kind of feel that cold just kind of moving in.
All right, so they got him up. He'll be all right.
Yeah, just
looks like a little ankle injury maybe.
Just twisted it just a little bit, and sometimes they get down there and it's like, should I move this or should I not? Until someone's like, you're fine, get up. And
Reagan Banks, a freshman, getting some playing time. They're going to spot the ball at the 8-yard line where it's going to be first and goal for West Carter as play resumes.
So opportunity here for the Comets, of course, against this second-string defense, or probably, some of them probably moving into the third string.
Yeah, I would say you're probably right.
Because you want to get these kids plenty of playing time out there. Let them get some reps because, that's your future out there as well.
Low snap, back gets it, going to keep it himself and just run out of bounds with it after picking up a couple of yards. Sort of a busted play.
I think he was wanting a flag. Got tagged just a little bit on the outside after he gave himself up and was running out. Kind of looked at the officials like, come on, give me one, but wasn't that hard of a hit.
Just inside the 5 at the 4-yard line, pick up a 4 second down and goal from the 4. Down to 9:13 to play in the ball game on a moving clock. 38-0 Russell.
West Carter really spreading out the field this time, putting Green here on the near side, isolating him.
Back again, going to keep it himself and try to get into the end zone, and don't think he made it.
And they're going to give it to him.
Oh, did they? Yep, they did at the very last.
Touchdown, Calback.
So Calback goes in from 4 yards out.
At least gives you a little bit of something. Of course, that official was way off the line, way off the mark there. I usually don't. Of course, as a former official, I see that, and it's like, you need to be right there on that line to see that. But, of course, with the fewer officials being out there as well this year, and if you're interested in being an official, check out the KHSAA website. I always got to give a plug in for them because they're always looking for great officials out there as well.
They do need them, that's for sure. And try for the extra point, and it is up, and it is good by Wyatt Martin. We'll take a break, and we'll come back. We have 8:36 left in this one, and it's Russell 38, West Carter 7. Back in a moment on the Cool Hits, Manta Sports Network.
Whether it's a snack when you're heading out or restocking when you're heading home, Clark's Pump and Chop is the winning stop. From drinks to our awesome crispy, crunchy chicken, Clark's has the best selection, the best prices, and the best staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop. Return, refresh, refuel.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
Whether it's fountain drinks at the lowest price or you're filling up the cooler for the family and friends, Clark's has the widest selection, the best prices, and the most helpful staff you'll find anywhere.
Clark's Pump and Chop.
Return, refresh, refuel.
West Carter gets on the scoreboard as they go 80 yards in 12 plays. A 4-yard run by Kyle Back, and the point after is good, and it's 38-7.
Yeah, definitely something you can kind of ride on. At least you're not going to be shut out here tonight, especially on your senior night. Of course, a lot of these players for West Carter not able to be subbed out too much as you got most of your offensive line and defensive still playing out there.
And they're going to kick it off, and it's going to be a short kick, fair catch again by Totten. And he'll take it back at probably about the 34-yard line or so. And Russell will get it. 1st and 10. See who they come in with. I'm sure they'll have a lot of new faces on offense too.
Yeah, because I'm not for sure if they'd want to pull out the quarterback, but now would be a great time to bring in that second-string quarterback.
Yeah.
And really bringing in down your line on your rushers as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of new faces here.
Looks like maybe they're going to have number 14 coming in as quarterback.
No.
Or no, he's going out a little bit further. I was trying to judge on who it was, but maybe number 10 or 11.
Should be 10, probably. Landon Goodall?
Yep, freshman.
So he'll operate from the quarterback position. A couple of new running backs, and they'll hand it off and spinning and turning backwards and finally falling down and getting 2 or 3 yards. Let's see. I believe that was Cole Estep.
31, John Kelly on the carry.
They said John Kelly on the PA, but of course, when you get a whole bunch of new faces out there and new numbers, trying to get them all matched up gets to be a chore here.
Yeah, pick up 4 yards, and it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. 6:35 to go, clock moving. Russell just like to run a lot of time off here.
Yeah, right now it's just, don't try any passing plays, just hand it off.
Yep. Hand off, slip, and fall.
Yeah, that one was to John Kelly.
Yep.
Credit the field with another tackle on that one as he just had his feet go back and ended up losing about a yard or 2 on the play, or about a yard on the play.
Yeah, we'll call it a loss of 1, bring up 3rd down and 7. Play comes in from the sidelines, and 3rd down and 7, ball at about the 37-yard line.
Two backs there running out of the shotgun.
Handoff is going to be again to the right side, breaking 1 tackle and staying on his feet before finally being brought down, I believe was Kelly. Yep, it was. So picked up
Kelly on the run picks up
maybe about
yards.
Picked up the 2 they lost, plus maybe 2 more. So pickup of about 4, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 4.
You can tell that Russell sideline really getting in for their subs coming in there and really giving them a cheer when they're doing a great play, because that was a nice little rush off toward the side there by Kelly.
And Russell will go for it. 4th down and 4 from their own 41-yard line. And they weren't going to call it at first, I don't think. They forced Wes Carter to jump off sides on the change of cadence.
Yeah, it's one of those that I think it was like, well, he was getting back.
The guy on the near side here was not going to make the call, but the guy on the far side said, that's pretty obvious. 3 people jumped. We got to call it. 5-yard penalty and a 1st down. Picks up a 1st down for the Red Devils, brought to you by Bobby Hall, Greenup County Judge Executive candidate. First penalty of the 2nd half against Wes Carter. 3 now for 20 yards.
Pretty clean half here, penalty-wise.
5 for 40 yards, excuse me. Handoff and nice tackle from behind as running the football for the Red Devils was Maddox Patrick.
Picked up maybe about a foot or so out there. Still hanging right there on the 36-yard line.
Yeah, not much gain. Good tackle by Nathan Flannery. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, down to 3:40 to go. Let's say 1 more 1st down, and this one's history.
I say so. Then you can just go ahead and, run, or just put it right up the middle, and just hope that you keep on rolling. And whether Wes Carter gets the ball back or not, you got this one locked in.
Quarterback going to keep it himself. Right up the middle he goes. Gets hit hard.
Yeah, that's a
as
big
he picked
shot.
up about 3 yards.
Big shot there by Flannery. You heard the crowd go on that one on the ooze.
It'll be a pickup of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. That was the quarterback carrying the ball. Goodall. Russell, of course, taking their time, too. No hurry, 2:47 to go.
It's definitely time to eat up whatever that 40-second play clock you got.
Handoff again, going to go to Kelly. Kelly tries the left side and gets brought down after he gets across midfield into West Carter territory. It's going to be a pickup. Nope. Yep. Pickup, we'll call it 2 yards. Going to bring up 4th down and 5.
Yeah, I think he just got tripped up right there on some of the defense, or maybe even his own player as he was trying to turn that corner.
Lewis County leading Fairview 40-14. East Carter leading Martin County 21-8. Raceland over Lawrence County 32-7. Mason County over Greenup County 28-14. Those games still in the 3rd quarter.
Well, anytime you get a running clock, you're definitely going to be picking up or have a much longer game.
Yeah, we'll be done before everybody else is. And Russell just letting the clock run down. They'll take a delay of game here probably.
I would say
call
probably
timeout.
So.
He calls timeout. Just lets it run down to 1:35, calls timeout. Run one more play, and West Carter will get the ball if they don't make the first down. If they do make the first down, game's over, basically.
Yeah, because you're taking a look, just with even the clock time situation. I mean, 3 plays is, if they can pick up a first down here, 3 plays, and this thing's going to be over.
Russell's going to improve to 2-8 on the year, and West Carter will fall to 2-8 on the year.
Yeah, definitely, as you mentioned earlier, not the seasons that they were looking forward. Because, like I said, I've seen a lot of fans was wanting to know. Of course, back in that 1990, they were 2-9, which, of course, with a tough game down at Belfry. But if they can, play pretty well, they may try to get something done against Belfry. But that's going to be a tall order down there.
It is, sure is. All right, 4th down and 5. 1:35 to play. Clock running.
Of course, the last time West Carter was 2-8 was back in 2013.
Quarterback Goodall going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get the first down. And West Carter will take over. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards. And West Carter will get a chance to run a couple of plays.
And it's one of those situations, especially with field conditions and everything else, I say just put it right up the middle and try to just go ahead and get all they need to really do is get 1 play in. And right now, if going for anything would just be, trying to, try to get that scoreboard just a little bit closer.
40 seconds. Winding down.
So this is probably the last play of the game here.
Fakes the handoff, throws out into the flat. That's a new quarterback and got some running room out there for West Carter.
Braden Flinner on the
Flinner. And at quarterback that time for West Carter was number 15.
Yeah, that's Hayden Hall.
Yeah.
As they stop the clock, West Carter calls timeout with 20 seconds left.
Going to pick up pretty good yardage there.
And got it to the 35-yard line.
5, 10, 15, 17-yard pickup.
And, that's one of those things that you typically you don't think about with Hall out there. Because, if you take a look at between him and, back, beforehand, actually I was a little bit wrong earlier. Actually, Hall has thrown before today's game. He was 8 of 27 for only 100 yards. He's thrown 1 touchdown with 6 interceptions. And he's right there at that 30% completion before today's game. And so, Hall's usually not the man that you see out there throwing the ball quite a bit. So, I mean, seeing, that kind of completion, a lot of teams have been trying to go for a 2-quarterback set. I think, USFL had several teams that was trying to run a 2-quarterback set. So, I mean, try to figure out, who's going to be the starter coming up, in the future here for the Comets.
All right. 20.4 seconds to play. Ball at the Russell 35-yard line. 1st and 10. And looking to pass and throwing deep and overthrows his man. Good pass, though.
Yeah, just a step short there by Timmy Fields. And, he did have his man beat all the way down. Good throw. Just about a half step short there for the Comets.
That's going to do it, though. That's your ball game. Your final score tonight from Olive Hill, Kentucky. Russell 38, West Carter 7. Stay tuned. Back with our postgame in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration. That was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now with ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible, paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Back here at West Carter, where Russell has defeated the Comets 38-7. Russell got on the scoreboard first with 11:20 to go in the first quarter on a 54-yard run by Ethan Oborn. Capped off a 64-yard drive in 2 plays. Point after good made it 7-0. Russell would score again with 5:12 to go in the first quarter when Ethan Pack would find Carson Patrick from 7 yards out. Capped off a 58-yard drive in 8 plays. Point after was good, and with 5:12 to go in the first quarter, it was 14-0. Red Devils would score again with 7:05 to go in the second quarter. 13-yard run by Richardson Cruz, 65-yard drive, 6 plays. Point after good to make it 21-0. With 3:23 to go in the second quarter, the Red Devils would score again on a 3-yard run by Kobe Rock. The point after good, that capped off a 48-yard drive in 5 plays, made it 28-0. Following a West Carter punt, Russell would get it at the West Carter 30 to try a free kick, and Totten would put it through the goalpost from 40 yards out, make it 31-0 with 1:40 to go in the second quarter, and that's how the half would end. West Carter would get it to start the second half. They would have to punt. Russell would get it. 2 plays go 53 yards, 44-yard run by Kobe Rock. The point after good, and with 8:36 to go in the third quarter, it's 38-0. West Carter would get on the scoreboard with about 8:45 to go in the ball game. They would go 80 yards in 12 plays. 4-yard run by Kyle Back. Point after good made it 38-7, and that's your final score. 38-7. Russell wins it. They go to 2-8, and West Carter falls to 2-8. We'll take a break. Come back with more of a postgame in a couple of moments here on the Cool Hits Manta Sports Network.
Wayne Suttles is a candidate for Carter County Judge Executive in the upcoming election November 8th. A lifelong resident of the county, he's been involved in service to the people for over 40 years, including the college system, firefighting, EMT. And he understands the need for good and strong infrastructure. He spent 15 years as the city councilman, currently the Grayson City Clerk. Go to the polls November 8th and elect Dwayne Suttles as your next Carter County Judge Executive.
I'm Dwayne Suttles, candidate for Carter County Judge Executive, and I paid for and approved this message.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
And back here at West Carter once again, where Russell ends up defeating the Comets here 38-7. Of course, both teams heading into the postseason here, as it looks like West Carter is going to be traveling down to Breathitt County. And as we said earlier, they're 1-1, and of course you have to go all the way back to 1974-75 to be able to see those two teams in action. And actually, a little fun fact there as well: Breathitt County was West Carter's first ever win in 1974. So kind of no history too much between these two teams, but Breathitt County having a great season, the number one out of the District 7 as well in 2A football. And so the Comets going to hopefully try to get a few players healthy and try to get everybody out there back on the way as well. And of course for Russell, they are going to be traveling down to Belfry. They have lost the last five to Belfry. Of course, Belfry has been a pretty predominantly strong team in or inside of 3A, and right now Russell is 12-13 against the Belfry, with Russell 12, Belfry 13. So it's one of those situations in which both of these teams are coming in and having a tough road ahead, because West Carter is the 4 seed inside of 2A District 8, and then of course Russell is the 3 seed inside their district as well in 3A. We'll take one more break here, and then we'll get things all closed off here on the Cool Hits and Manta Sports Media Sports Networks.
In the upcoming election, vote Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Eric is an experienced police officer and a dedicated family man. With a 10-point plan, he will work to unite Carter County, increase community involvement, and improve the function and availability of the Sheriff's Department. With your support, we can make Carter County stronger together and a better place to live. Vote for Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff. Paid for by candidate. As time goes by, don't forget to capture the moments that will create memories that will last a lifetime with Eastern Link Photography. No matter the occasion, we have you covered. If you need family portraits, engagement photos, prom pictures, senior photos, sports photos, baby pictures, and wedding photos, we are ready to work for you. You can find us online on Facebook or contact us at 606-286-0991 or at easternlinkphotography@yahoo.com to schedule a photo session.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware store.
James Do It Best Hardware,
137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky. With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
And back again here at West Carter, where your final score is Russell 38, West Carter 7. Of course, tune over to the Cool Hits radio network as right now Jim Forrest speaking with Coach TJ Maynard. And we will go ahead and sign off here on our streaming site. Glad that you were able to tune in with us here today. And it's been a great game here for the Russell Red Devils. Of course, a game that they needed, to pick up their second win on the season. Definitely going to be a boost up as they're going to be heading down to Belfry next week. So that's going to finish us off here on the streaming side. And like I said, for coaches' interviews and everything else, make sure that you tune over to the Cool Hits Sports Network, and they'll be able to pick up the TJ Maynard interview that's going on right now. And so for Jeff the Manta Serwin and Jim Forrest, we thank you very much for tuning in here today. Good night. God bless you all, and we will see you all again next time here on the Cool Hits Sports Network and the Manta Sports Media Sports Network.
You've been listening and watching West Carter High School football. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Tyler's Pizza, Dwayne Settles for Carter County Judge Executive, A&A Porta Potties, Ashland Community and Technical College, Orcutt Tree Service, River Cities Builders, State Senator Robin Webb, James Do It Best Hardware, Eric Ross for Carter County Sheriff, Trey Hermanos Nunez Mexican Restaurant, Easterling Photography, Callahan Excavating, Stultz Pharmacy, Members Choice Credit Union, and Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State. This West Carter High School football game has been a special sports presentation of the Cool Hits Sports Network, Manta Sports Media, and Cool TV.